Okay, we should be back. You have to just start a new. It'll be on a new stream though, so you might have to just go. Let's get the new chat up. Views, docs, chat. So we've got the chat back up. Who's with us? Anyone here?
Oh, are we live now?
I think so,
Blue
yeah.
footage, shout out to Blue.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry, bro.
Right, okay, good. Yeah, Bluefoot is our technical reporter. He's helping on the other side, so that's good. He's saying that's much better.
Jesus.
Audio and video, good. Mr. Green, are we back? Yes, we are back.
Yo, 1, 2. Some news just in.
What's up?
News flash from Trevor MysDiggi.
The news at 10:51.
Yeah, it's the news at 10:51. Hold on. Got to check me cookies. Don't want to allow everything, you know what I mean? Yeah, mate. Got to read the terms and conditions first. Shout out to Blue Fliggy. Mr. Green in the building. Shout out to Yamar. Yep, sounds much better, looks much better. Wicked, man. Bless you lot for coming back through, man. Appreciate you, mother lovers. But we just found out that Bill Cosby is going to be released from prison after court overturns his conviction. Fiction.
I thought he died.
Fiction.
Wow, Mandela effect.
Yeah.
No, man.
Mandela effect.
Oh, yeah.
You thought
exactly.
This is nuts, isn't
he
it?
was dead.
The Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Pennsylvania. That's a whole nother show, boy. Philadelphia, America. Jeez, that's a whole nother show, I'm telling you. But anyway, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned Bill Cosby's indecent assault conviction on Wednesday. The High Court tossed the comedian's conviction for assaulting Andrea Constant, because of a non-prosecution agreement Cosby had with a prior prosecutor. So Cosby was released from prison because of the ruling, which bars him from being tried again in the case. Jesus. Shout out to Tubbalicious for sending that through. That's deep, boy. So he's actually released. He was released from prison on Wednesday. Wow.
He's out.
He's out.
Cosby on patrol.
Cosby on
Lock
tour.
up your wives and
That is crazy.
girlfriends and
That
put
is
the
crazy.
put all the drugs away. Cosby's out.
That is crazy. Wow. Technicalities, yeah? All right, that's deep, man. That is crazy, boy. I'm surprised to hear that, man. I ain't gonna lie, because I thought they wanted him to rot in there. But obviously, you know what I mean? Man's got some power.
Some money.
Technicality.
Some money.
I wonder what that means. Maybe he jumped into the private. He came out of the public, went into the private. He's like, yo, you can't touch me. I'm a man. I am not this entity that you know what I mean? Like, boy, people should look into that, man. Wow. Yeah. Luke, we were getting into some nitty gritty there.
I know, where was he?
So where we were at, sorry about the technical hitch there, man.
It's all right.
Do appreciate you being here and sharing this with us, man, because, yeah, these sort of things I find really interesting. You don't really get to chat to a lot of people that have been there to that
not many
level.
people talk about it. I didn't talk about it for 2 years to anyone. A girlfriend at the time, I didn't talk about anything for years.
Yeah.
And I was like, it took me a couple of years to get back to normality. Like,
Yeah.
I was paranoid and shit like that. But yeah, going back to that, so I'm out doing patrols and stuff like this, which wasn't the job I wanted to do, but they're like, you're a soldier first, you're a commando, you've got to do your duty, blah, 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 and you're doing it for the guy next to you and all this. So bearing in mind, I'd only known the guys that were there over a couple of months. Like, I know you better than I knew those guys there in like 2-3 months, 4 months.
And why is that? Is that because you don't really like...
Stuff you're doing, like the whole time after training to go into Afghanistan, you're doing more training. So you're not really getting to know people, and you're going home at the weekends now and stuff like that. You got evenings free.
So you're going home as in coming back to the UK?
Yeah, the weekends.
And
No, sorry. But
this
in
is
the
like
training, yeah, in the
Sorry,
training from the initial commando training,
Yeah.
and then you do your signals and like I was
Yeah.
on about. So I didn't really know these guys. Anyway, so yeah, we got into, so it's called a contact, like when you got shot at. And funny thing is, when something like that happens, like we were talking earlier about the fear, how they say it, acronym, false evidence appearing real. The
False
fear
evidence
of
appearing
the fear
real,
of
yeah.
something happening fucks you up more than it actually happening. Because the first time we got shot at, you just do what you're training, your muscle memory, you do your training, you hit the deck, you get down, you look around.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to get, they're called battle orders. You're supposed to get battle orders through your earpiece. And we didn't get any. Like the sergeants or the corporal, they're supposed to tell you what to do, go here, do that. Nothing. Everyone's just whoosh, ran off. So I'm stuck in the middle of this field. Because I was the biggest guy there.
Why did everyone run off then?
Because they were getting shot at. They just ran. We were coming across, imagine like a football field. It was like a ploughed field.
Yeah.
So it was all muddy and shit because it had been raining, funnily enough. And they have irrigation ditches everywhere in the green zone to get the water from the Helmand River all the way to like the ancient Egyptians and Atlanteans used to do. They have the irrigation to the. It's like they're called sewers now. But
Yeah, sewers. Yeah.
So yeah, it was all muddy. So we're in the corner of a field. So we're coming across a corner, like cutting a corner, like you're making an equilateral triangle, cutting that corner, and I'm right in the middle. So it's like a big field, like bigger than a football field. So I'm right in the middle. I'm like the fourth man. So you have 8 men in a section. It's called eight-man section.
8-man section.
Yeah. So I'm like number 4. So I'm like right in the middle. So we're getting shot at. Everyone hits the deck, and I'm carrying the radio equipment. It was called ECM, electronic countermeasures. So it's like a big anti-radio. I think the one I had was a blue one. It stopped telephone signals,
So
like jammed.
prevent the IEDs
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah. So it jams telephone signals. So you've got a big aerial, and you're carrying this thing that's like 20, 25 kilos. You got your body armor, it's about 5 kilos. You got your weapon. So I'm carrying about 30, 40 kilos maybe. Like every day I go out, 50-degree heat. So I hit the deck, I'm on the floor, and I'm like a fucking Ninja Turtle, mate, like squashed. So I'm like, right, what do I do? You're listening on the radio, nothing. I look up, everyone's run off because they had cover. There was like hedges at the edge. So I'm in the middle of this corner of the field. I'm in the middle, so I'm like out in the open. Like rounds are going off, getting shot at, wherever. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Everyone runs off. So eventually, I get up and I run backwards. I don't know if nothing was hit on me, anything like that, but there were like rounds going off, like you can hear them going off around your head from AK-47, which is a loud fucking.
You can't see where they're coming from.
No,
though.
you don't. No, you can't. If you're like a trained sniper or you experience like infantry, you can work out where a shot's coming from. But yeah, you don't know where it's coming from. So I run back and I get in cover. So you're just there waiting. I'm there with the weapon like ready to fire. You're thinking, shit, what if they come round? What if it's an But you're supposed to be getting orders, but we weren't getting orders, which was wrong. So, but loads of things happened up until this point were like just little things happening. You're like, this is like the British military. You're a commando. Like, why have I not got this? Why have I not been told this? Like, it's like a shambles, basically.
Yeah, there's things
there's
that
too many chefs, and yeah, it's just fucked. That's why there's a chain of command, and shit rolls downhill, and I'm at the bottom.
And do you think like other soldiers were thinking the same thing as well, or are like the majority sort of just go along with the chaos?
I think it depends on you as a person. But then I just started to think like, why are things happening like this? Like this should be better. Like, do you know what I mean? Well, I don't have all the answers. I'm just there. I'm at the bottom of the pile. There's people above you and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And you're thinking, do you know what I mean? It's like if your parents, you're out somewhere and your fucking dad shits himself because of something. You're like, oh shit, dad's shitting himself and you shit yourself.
Jeez,
do you know what I mean?
Man.
So you don't know what's going on.
Of course, the people that you're looking up to tell you like, okay, do this if
they're
this
fucked.
happens. That
And they're experienced. They're seasoned fucking soldiers, and you're there fucking 3 months out of training, doing shit.
Jesus,
So
man.
there it all ends. Eventually they get captured. Oh no, we're calling a Apache helicopter. So the helicopter comes in and fucks up where they are. So yeah, we find them. So we're out. You get it's called a camel pack or camelback. You get like your water carrying system. You have like a little tube that you drink.
It's called a camelback.
Yeah, you only get like 4 litres. And
Yeah.
we were out for like 10 hours. So your water's
Jeez.
gone, you're fucked. We're out hunting these guys. We find them, eventually go somewhere else, blah, blah, blah. So at the end of a contact, when something happens, you get like a little, I can't remember what it's called, but you get asked if you're okay, like, do you want to talk and blah, blah, blah. So everyone's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Because I don't want to say, you know what, I'm not happy. Like, because you don't feel like you could say anything. Yeah. Anyway,
Pressure of,
so long story short,
peer pressure in a way.
yeah, the next few weeks go by and I've gone like hyper alert. Like I'm on fucking a bag of cocaine fucking every day, all day, every day. I'm just like, I don't want shit to happen again. So I'm looking out for it all. And that goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm thinking, shit, I need to get out of here. Like, what am I doing? And I start watching, I find lads swap hard drives for your laptop. They've got films on, they've got porn, fucking pictures of someone else's missus, whatever. You know what I mean? To pass the time, because there's a lot of time where you're doing fuck all. It's like being on a film set.
And what
10
you
hours
doing?
you sit around and then 1 hour you're getting shot at. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking... So I find this program, it's called 9/11, a conspiracy theory. I can't remember who it was by. It was quite old now. But it starts talking about 9/11 and the trade towers, and then it goes on to like religion. I'll try and find a link for it. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I'll probably have
It goes on
seen
to
it.
religion and how religion is based on the sun and the moon and the stars, and then it goes on to the monetary system in America and yeah, it's all that. And I just started watching stuff like this, and I was like, you know what, like this makes sense what they're saying in these conspiracy theory things.
Was this on the hard drive that had all this?
Yeah, just a hard drive that I got off someone. I was like, watched it. I was like, oh, right, okay. So I started thinking, like, why, like, what is this all about? Like, why am I doing this? And fucking blah, blah, blah. And, but yeah, and then I just have like a breakdown. And I'm like, we go from the checkpoint to like a forward operating base. And I asked to see the doctor. And I have a breakdown, start crying. And I'm like, there's something wrong. But like, I don't feel myself. I don't feel like on the base before I'd started. Like a lot of guys there like fucking ripped me and all this because I was starting to make mistakes. I wasn't switched on. I was switched on, but not switched on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're in a state of.
Yeah, I was making mistakes. It's like when drunk driving, you're more confident, but you're not really. You're slower.
Yeah.
So I was making mistakes. I was fucking up here, fucking up there, just little bits like that. And to people that didn't know me, they didn't know I was acting out of character. They didn't know I was not myself. Like if I was around you and I was acting weird, you'd know, right?
Yeah.
So I've known you.
Yeah.
We spoke a lot when we first met.
So they thought that you were just like that anyway. Then they.
Well, no, they thought I was like being a coward, or they thought I didn't want to be there and stuff. I didn't want to be there, but I did. But I didn't feel myself.
Yeah.
You know, like if you get too high or fucking,
you're
drunk, you're not yourself.
Yeah.
So I told that to the doctor. I went to see a psychologist back at Bastion, who was away on holiday. So I saw a mental health nurse, who couldn't assess if there was anything wrong with me. So,
well, when she's saying she couldn't assess, in what way did she assess if there was anything? He.
Because they're not a doctor. They can't give a diagnosis.
They have to refer you.
They can just say, oh, it's just a bit of stress. Why don't you go back out there? And they even got the Padre to come and see me. He's like, you know, you're a commando, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
Get out there. And I'm like, well, I don't feel myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel I should have a weapon and be doing shit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. It's one of them. Like if you know, you know. And then from there, that went on to basically them court-martialing me because I'd refused like a direct order on operations court-martial. So you go to the court-martial, which is like the court of
the military
separate.
court.
It's not criminal at all. It's a military court.
Yeah.
So I stayed at Bastion. They gave me all the shit jobs.
Canon law? Is it canon law they use in military court?
Yeah, because civilian court is admiralty.
Admiralty law.
I don't know what military. I should imagine it's the same because you have a dock.
Yeah.
And you have like the judge, and you have to rise and.
Yeah.
But yeah, so. Yeah, sent me back to Bastion.
They used to be able to convict you. They used to be able to convict you to death, though, didn't they? In the
Yeah,
martial
yeah,
court.
yeah.
Martial
I was
court,
told several times,
martial
like,
court, they used to
The
be able to
punishment,
just
yeah.
line you up and shoot you at some point.
I
It was
was told,
cowardice.
Yeah,
They
I
would-
was
they
told
would-
several times by higher officers that, back in blah blah blah, you'd be shot for this.
Back in the good old days.
Serious?
Yes, they used to tell me that you would be
Line
shot,
you
you're
up
a
and-
coward and all this, and I got that all the time. Like,
Wow, man.
so many people just cussed me for it, saying all this, and I'm like, but in my head I was like, no, this is wrong. Like, I can't do my job. It's like if you're a sprinter and you've got no arms or legs, you ain't gonna run until they grow back. Do you know what I mean? Like some kind of Deadpool shit.
Yeah, your
Do you know what I
soul
mean? You're
is
not-
telling you,
Yeah,
this
it's
ain't
not. It's
me.
wrong.
This
It's
is,
like
yeah,
you've got.
something's not right about
Yeah,
this.
it was wrong.
You know what
And
I
it
mean?
wasn't like something happened and I was like, no, I can't do this.
Nah,
It
you already
happened.
felt it before.
It happened.
You already
yeah,
knew before.
It happened. I carried on, and then it changed. Like I had anxiety. It's how I can imagine like people with like mad anxiety feel like just like that.
Imagine the stress levels, like your stress levels.
Exactly, mate. I lost
at that
weight.
time.
I must have lost about 10 kilos. Can you bring up the pictures, Dan?
I probably can now.
If
yeah.
you find, it should be Afghan.
Jeez, man, that is crazy. Because
Let me see. Fob PB.
yeah, just to think on that level
Yeah,
of
the second one down there, Dan.
stress
CP
already,
within bars.
you've gone through something like that, and then
Can I see it first before you?
Yes,
bring it
you're
up?
still
course, yeah.
there. You know, you're kept there and having to go through.
Just another one.
One,
Refresh my memory.
one sec. Let me
If you
just
bring one up of me inside.
let me just get. Let me just make sure. I've
got,
got
yeah,
them.
we got some shots here.
Hold on.
We're gonna chuck him.
Before,
Dan in
I
his gear.
won't put them up yet. I'm just going to try and just.
Yeah,
Make
cheers,
sure-
Mr. Green.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, I flagged
okay.
it up in the court martial before.
Right. So.
Not
Yeah,
before
man.
making me wait a year,
Which ones? Are we
treat
going
me
for?
like shit, making me polish brass ornamental guns outside the.
they
fucking
made you
office.
polish.
Like I had to work, which was
Shine me gun.
polish
Shine me
guns,
gun.
all shit jobs. Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it.
Jesus.
These
I
ones.
don't know if you can show the other people, but yeah, just flick through them. There should be some of me.
Jeez,
But yeah, so there's about
man.
10 of us there. That was like in the fucking middle of, we're doing the patrols and shit like that.
Okay.
Doing patrols.
And getting shot at and bombs going off every day and shit like that.
Serious.
Which wasn't what I signed up for.
Yeah,
Like I said, it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
training to be
yeah,
a footballer,
yeah,
then
yeah.
going to play a rugby game.
Yeah.
It's similar, but it's not the same.
Um,
I'll find some better ones.
man.
So yeah, we go out every day. Sometimes
that comes later.
sometimes we'll get a quad bike like that, and so yeah, you just walking around, you can see it there. It just looks, it just is what it is, like you see in the films.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
so but like I say, because people didn't know me, they didn't know I was acting out a character. They were just thinking, look at this guy, he's fucking being a pussy and all this.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
the case. Do you know what I mean? Things happened along the way, and it just made it look like that. Anyway,
Can
So-
I ask, like, you see the so that hard drive, did you get it from another soldier?
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
something that goes
yeah,
on.
they
So,
were just everyone would swap hard drives. You take films off, you take whatever off.
yeah, and so other people would probably have watched that, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if there are any other people who,
Were
whether
thinking
they
that.
have or haven't been through what you did, you know, something that's like, yo,
You must have, but
yeah, would they have felt the same way? But like you were saying, you don't, you know, the way they go on is like they pressure you
Yeah.
into not taking into account your own feelings. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
well, that leads on to goes back to the anti-malaria tablets, which are giving
There
you
you go.
psychotic dreams.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? That's real
there's
shit.
a reason for that then.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But yeah, so I was, whatever it's called, like the paperwork went through for the court martial, and then I spent a year back in the UK on base. I saw 2 psychologists, one in Plymouth, which was like the military one, and then they have to make you see a civilian one as well. So
Jeez.
that's some kind of like
yeah,
having like defence and thingy lawyer or whatever. So the military one said, nothing wrong with you. But then you got to think on a scale, like, obviously there's post-traumatic stress, you can get it from anything. A traumatic experience could be anything. But what's the, it's like a scale, where it,
Yeah, how
what
did
do
they
you,
judge
yeah,
that?
how
Yeah.
do how did they, what if you're just under it?
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, so the military psychologist said I was fine. It's just whatever.
There's no scale to
And
measure it.
she was the one who was doing when you see a psychologist, they do some kind of hypnosis thing, the left, right,
Follow my-
left, right,
Oh, follow
left,
my
right,
finger.
follow my finger. And I think it's on like a metronome as well, is it called, with the timing thing.
Yeah, there's little.
And goes back to the marching.
So this
That's-
is
yeah.
this is exactly what I was thinking
That's
as you
what we
said.
were
The
talking about. The
left, right,
marching.
left, right.
So you're there. Why do you do the marching? What's it for? To put on a parade when you finish?
That's what it
Really?
seems
Is that-
like.
is it that-
You know, there's a rhythmic
That's
sense
just
to
showing
it.
off, saying,
and-
look at my fucking army.
yeah.
It's the military, like, look at my army, or the Chinese, or the fucking Nazis goose stepping, whatever. Look at my
Yeah.
soldiers, look at my power.
They purposefully
Yeah.
have that
But
going
that
on.
left, right, and the
Yeah.
and you're getting shouted at to do stuff, and it's definitely psychological brainwashing.
There's
it's
a
like, It's like
rhythmic-
NLP, yeah. It's like like you were talking about the music on the what's it?
Quadrivium, yeah. There's
It's the sound and the beat.
and the beat.
It's hypnotic. You're there, you march, and you fucking. That's all there is. All you see is like it's like tunnel vision. You see the guy in front. You see your arms, and you know where you're going.
And then
It's
and
like-
you're all doing it to the same beat as well.
Yeah, it's like you know, like the megahertz or something. It's got to be something like that.
There's something going on where
We,
you know, like you're all sort of starting to be in tune to the same frequency.
yeah.
And therefore you know almost moving
But-
like bees, in it, like ants or something like
Yeah.
that. Like they've got you all.
But I was proper into that when I was doing training. I was like, because I've got like OCD as well, so I love cleaning. Like I loved ironing and fucking doing all that shit. Getting little fucking I still do it now. Like got my hat or something. I'm like fucking picking stuff off like
You iron your
all
hat.
the time. No, I don't iron my hat. Dickhead. Flat cap. Yeah. Iron some creases into my fucking.
Yeah.
But no, I was proper into all that shit. So I was like, I took it upon myself to be like, do you know what I mean? Just waiting there ready for someone to say go or do this or do that. And I want to do it faster than everyone else or as fast as I could. Do you know what I mean? So I was proper into it. Like, do you know, like when you get into like dinosaurs or fucking, that's another story, or fucking Premier League stickers or whatever. You fucking, when you're a kid, you hardcore onto it. That's
Yeah.
all you do.
Yeah.
I used to play Tomb Raider, Lara Croft Tomb Raider when it came out. I
Oh,
was
shit.
Tomb Raider, and it was made in Derby, actually, where I'm from.
Oh, for
Around the
real?
corner from my house, yeah. Core
Oh,
Design.
serious?
Yeah, Core Design. Core Design. Lara Croft was created. The guy sold the original idea for like $250,000, and now Tomb Raider's worth
Wow,
billions. Yeah, it's
jeez.
made in Derby. So me and my mates used to go there to Core Design and steal like concept art. I've still got it at home. Concept art from Tomb Raider 1 and 2 I've got and stuff. So yeah, like you were hardcore into something as a kid. That was it. I was going to be a commando. Actually so you get the commando tests. There's 4 tests over 4 days consecutive. There's an endurance run, which is 2 miles. It's like steeplechase, cross country, tunnels, clay pits, water,
So that with weights.
shit like that. That's with what do you have? I think you just have no. Yeah, you just have your rifle on your
Jeez.
back. So that ties in with like keeping your rifle clean. So you've got in it through mud, you've got to keep it out and all shit like that above your head. So yeah, 2 miles like cross country kind of tunnels and obstacles, and then 4 miles run back to camp, and then you've got to hit 6 out of 10 shots on a 25-meter range. If you get 5, you've got to do it all again.
Serious? What, the whole thing
The
again?
next day, and then the second test after that, the next day.
What if you don't do it on the second day?
That's it, you're done.
Oh, for real?
You go back a few weeks, yeah.
Wow.
Being called back squadded or back trooped, you go back, start again.
Back squatted, bro.
And then your second test. Oh, by the way, on this first test, about a mile into it, I jumped into a stream. I thought I could save a second. So I turned in the air, landed on my left ankle, and twisted it. Like badly.
Jeez.
Like fucked up badly. So I was icing that up, limping around everywhere. Iced it up, taped it up, everything I could do from what I'd learnt from American football.
Yeah.
So I've twisted my ankles loads of times. I knew what to do. So I was like, it's not too bad. I'm probably about 70, 80%. I'm cool. And then your second test is it's the Tarzan assault course. So it's like high ropes, like Go Ape and shit
Yeah.
like that. High ropes. The only safety net is on the highest bit, which is about 30 metres up. Not 30 metres, 10 metres up, sorry. You start at 30 metres zip line.
Still.
But yeah, 10 metres up. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're about 10 metres up with no net.
Yeah,
So you're going across wires, you're going across netting, ropes, climbing up shit. So you get like, I think in the winter you get a bit longer. So I think you get 12 minutes to do this assault course, and then another one at the bottom field, it's called, at the Commando Training Centre.
Jeez, bro.
You have to do that. Was the hardest one because I was a bigger guy. I was still probably about 90 kilos, like 14 and a half, 15 stone when I was there. I couldn't get any lighter than that. That was the hardest because it was like a full-on sprint for 12 minutes. Like hard upper body.
They
lower
put
body.
you through it.
Bear in mind,
bro.
I had a twisted ankle as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking,
So
man.
yeah, and then your third day, I think I've got that in the right order. No, it might have been. But anyway, the third one, it might have been second. It's a 9-mile speed march. So over 9 miles, you march fast. Sometimes you jog, or double time is a jog. And it's in its exact time, specified time. You've got to do it in that time as a squad, as a whole. So if you drop back, you get 2 warnings, and then you're done. You do it again the next day.
Jeez, man, these are yeah.
So one of them in order. I can't remember which one came second now, to be honest. And then your fourth and final one is your 30 miles, 7 hours 45 minutes exactly, over Dartmoor, and that's carrying your stuff. Bear in mind, I still got the twisted ankle. I was using like a it's called, like cryo freezing, like boot that you put on for your ankle. Like it was good shit. They had a good medical bay there. Obviously, they want to have healthy soldiers. So I was doing that, taping it up, doing what I could. So for 7 hours 45 minutes. Bear in mind, it's like winter and the ground's like fucking hard, undulating, all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm looking where my left foot is going for 7 hours 45 minutes, pretty much, so I don't go over on it again. But I did it, and that's what I wanted to do, and I did it. Like the stories about lads doing it with like stress fractures, broken hips, everything.
How was your ankle after that then? Like,
it took me time. I put on weight. Took me time to recover.
yeah.
That's another thing that goes back to like people maybe thinking I was a bit lazy because I had a pass for not doing PT because of my ankle. Got to go to the gym, started lifting weights again, got bigger again. And then obviously, like say, go to Afghanistan, you have to climatize, fucking lose a load of weight.
Jeez,
basically, it
man.
started off good and then just got worse. Like everything just got...
And so when it got to the end, what happened with the whole court-martial situation? Like where did they take you?
Like autism. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, who we got up there? Oh, yeah. Mr. Green going in. Mr. Green's deep, boy. It's the He's on about. That's what they do to you is demoralize you.
Yeah.
And I think like the drugs for sure. You know, for it to be the first thing that they do is like, take these. You need to take these. You got to take these. Take these.
Yeah.
Make sure you take these.
But then lads used to have stories about in training. They used to put stuff in the drink and food to like seduce you a bit, so you're not as maybe like estrogen, something like that. So when you're in training, you're a bit more controllable. You know, like the fluoride you were talking about.
Serious, yeah.
Why would there be rumours if it wasn't like? Why would some guy just make it up? Do you know what I mean? It had to come from somewhere. Maybe in the past, like in the First, Second World War, maybe.
To be fair, you don't know, like
you don't know what's in it.
Yeah, because
I haven't cooked it.
You've become a product, like property.
You're like a dog.
You're
getting fed what you're fed. You're getting your jabs, your balls chopped off.
Whatever, yeah. So you don't know what is in whatever, and also you've obviously given up the privilege for them to test on you. You know, like when they're giving you these malaria tablets, you don't never,
like
have you ever seen them in the
store? Yeah, it's like with the vaccines now, perhaps.
It's
a clinical trial.
Yeah,
people are signing disclaimers to say they can't do anything.
Yeah. So that's a pretty crazy thing, man.
Yeah.
And then in the end, how did it end with the whole court-martial thing? Where did they?
Yeah, so I was on base for like a year. Oh, the civilian psychologist said I had an acute stress reaction, which I don't know.
The
if
civilian one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's PTSD or whatever, but acute stress reaction was, you know, if you've had that, you can't operate how you should. In that role. So about a year went by, and then went to court-martial.
What happens for that year? You come back home or?
Yeah, I came back. Yeah. So they kept me on Bastion for a bit, for like another 2 months. Gave me all the shit jobs, putting ammunition crates into ISO containers, taking them out again, doing it. Do you know what I mean? Just bullshit. Everyone talking shit. Some lads were like respecting me, saying, "Can't believe you fucking stood up." I think I'm the first. Not heard of it since. I think I'm the first ever commando to refuse a direct order on operations.
Oh, serious?
But I didn't. This is how they got me as well. They were giving the order. I was saying, I can't do it. I don't feel right. I can't do it. They kept asking. Give the order. I didn't go. I come back. They're like, why didn't you do it? Go and do this. As soon as I said no, then that's when they got me.
Serious?
Yeah. I should have, if I'd have been more switched on, I could have just said, I can't do it. Because that's not saying no, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So just Like I say, all these little things. It was just everything was like it was
Wordplay.
like it was meant to happen to get me to where I am and who I am now.
And you understand, yeah, for you to
So yeah, so I'd
understand
had
it.
all these shit jobs. Came back, and then more shit jobs. I got to work in the sergeant's mess as well, which is like the sergeant's bar, private club, which was cool. And most of the sergeants there were cool. There was only the guys that were out there with me that had a problem with me because of whatever. Maybe I did what they couldn't do. I don't know, but that was me. So yeah, and then went to the court martial. It was in Colchester, the court. Blah blah blah. I had a defence, which was fucking. I didn't get to say anything.
Yeah,
I just
of
had to
course.
say. I just had to stand up and sit down. I had an officer,
Yeah,
brand
I
new
see.
officer. Might as well have been a fresh out of fucking law school lawyer, solicitor, defending me. Nothing was said. I was just told to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because I was still under order. I was still a soldier, so I still had to do what they said.
What? So at that time,
And then-
yeah.
Yeah, so for refusing a direct order on operations, I got sentenced to a year in military prison, which is in Colchester with the, I think it's maybe 2 or 3 parachute regiment.
Mm.
And they have like civilian trainers, and then
Jeez,
it's called
man.
MPS, it's military something services. It's like security service,
Hmm.
MMS or so, I can't remember. But yeah, they're like ex and serving soldiers that are like security guards and like got wardens, whatever. But it was the best time I had in the army. It was
Oh, for
great.
real?
It was the best time.
I was saying,
First few days was you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know like who's there, what the fuck. Like they had rapists there, they had paedophiles there,
What the
guys
fuck?
that had been caught for robbery, fucking attempted murder. There was some.
What, oh, and
There was
these,
some ex SAS guys in there that were selling guns and shit like
they
that.
were selling.
Yeah, like it was in the papers like maybe 10 years ago.
What?
There's a
these
guy in the
are
paper. He got
army
done.
guns.
Yeah, they were stealing them from
From
bases
the-
and selling them.
they
Yeah,
were selling them,
so,
and he got caught.
yeah. So I was there. Had a great time.
Jesus.
Yeah, I only served 8 months for good behaviour.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
And so, what they got you doing in there? Is it like they still got you
Yeah,
training?
you locked.
and-
Yeah, you have like different stages and privileges. So over the 8 months, you get the stage. There's like entry level,
Privileges.
which is like a few weeks, and then stage 1, 2, and 3. And you just slowly come up from being locked in a room with 20 guys to 10 to 5 to a couple of you.
Wow.
And then you get to go out for a couple of weekends. Me and the lads went out after like, I don't know, 7 months. Went out, had a grenade pre-workout. Got mashed on out of faces on this
Grenade.
pre-workout, mate, in local town in Colchester, I think it was, or somewhere nearby.
Pre-workout.
Yeah, pre-workout, mate. Loving it. Loving it, mate.
Pre-workout powder. So
Gym
people who
every
don't
day.
know,
Yeah.
people who don't know what pre-workout is.
Pre-workout. But this is when pre-workout was like fucking legal. I think it was called DMA or something. It's like basically legal amphetamines. It was just like
Gets you ready for a good
a
workout.
workout, yeah, or whatever you want to
You
do.
know, yeah.
Anything. But yeah.
Jeez. So yeah, what was it? You got to the part where. So
Yeah, you get your privileges, you get your stages. So yeah, when you first go in, you're locked in a room with like loads of guys. You're in there for like whatever 20 hours a day. You come out for lunch. You come
I've
out for
seen.
breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Hmm.
bit of exercise. You don't even get the gym by then, so you don't get that till stage 2. But then you have gym every day and stuff like that. And I got on personal training course, did level 3 personal trainer,
Hmm.
nutrition, door supervisor course, forklift truck driving, tire fitting,
What?
English. I did level 3 English. I got up to level 2 maths. I can't remember what it's called. It's like
So
it's how they do stuff now.
they're
instead of-
treating you a lot better there, basically.
They're not treating you better, but
Nah?
it's better. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not. It's a hell of a lot better than running around the desert.
Yeah. Okay,
But yeah,
okay.
so you do that. You get on your courses. You do your shit. They slowly, like what's it called? De-institutionalize you back into being a civilian. You slowly get rid of your uniform. You wear civilian shit. You get your courses. You get your fucking shit, and then they fuck you off. You're done. You go.
What does that feel like? Like as you're slowly getting back to normality,
It feels
does it?
normal.
Yeah.
That word normal.
And it's kind of like that thing that's hovering above you. Does it disappear or?
What, the whole thing?
Yeah,
All
just
that happened?
that
No, because I
feeling
was
of-
made to feel like I was in the wrong
Mm.
the whole time. Not by everyone, but by most people.
No, enough that you obviously felt it, like it was something that stuck.
Oh yeah.
And then when you got to this spot in where was it again? It was in you said it was in Colchester.
Yeah.
Was that were there more people there? Obviously not all the paedophiles and that, but people there that thought in a similar way about the whole thing. You know,
all of them,
every
single one.
They're all just like, nah, this
like I
is...
was saying earlier, like even people that I know that are still serving, they say it and they know it, but they can't leave because they're financially tied.
Yeah.
Or
That's
kids,
crazy, man.
Or kids. They have kids with girls that are in their bases area.
So they got to stick around.
Like I've got a child in down that way.
Wow.
Down Devon way. With a girl that I was just seeing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it happens.
Wow. Yeah. I never thought
that
about
happened
that.
And I came out, and like I say, it took me a couple of years. I didn't like going out in town, especially out drinking. Although I was going out drinking, I was taking recreational drugs.
Why didn't you
just getting wrecked? Just parent, like that hyper alertness. Just like, what's he doing? What they doing? If this car does this or that
So
does
that's
that.
like the CP,
PTSD.
type thing, yeah.
Which I didn't have apparently.
Which they didn't diagnose you with.
Yeah.
And as we said, like, how do you measure that? In what
Exactly.
way, what capacity do you measure that at?
Exactly.
Like, you know.
That's what I mean. But I felt for years. It's only in the last, I think not long before I met you guys on the film sets, like I didn't get back to like who I was. Like, I'd had relationships and stuff like that, and people like, oh, you've changed and all this. I'm like, no, I've not, and fucking.
Oh, for real? They're telling you you've changed as well.
I was still for years, at least 2-3 years. I was still like, I do stuff for people. Like recently, I've realised that you should help people, but you should realise who you need to help and who you don't need to help. Like people who are going to take it, and because I'll help anyone do anything, give advice, fucking whatever. If I've got some money, I'll be like, I'll get these, whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's how I am. But I wasn't like that. I was like that for a long time, like just doing it, like just like a.
Didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm like think more about stuff, and do you know what I mean? I know myself. It's getting to know yourself, as without, so within. You need to know you as a person before you can.
You are, for real.
Yeah.
And we don't get to do that, innit?
No, because we're distracted, like you were saying in your last show.
Yeah.
Football, fucking. You're distracted.
Everything.
You need to find yourself.
Yeah, and it's a tricky thing to do as well because you feel like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do because everyone else does it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you're supposed to drink to drown your sorrows and shit.
Yeah. Oh, you work all week. Oh, you're meant to go. Let me just go to the pub and get trashed on Saturday. Were you up tonight, mate? You know, that sort of thing.
But yeah, after a couple of years, I found, obviously looking up. Oh, that led me on to my conspiracy theorist fucking phase of looking up. I was watching David Icke stuff, all your alternative theory stuff, like fucking Breaking the Matrix, all this shit.
Yeah.
Just watching all that. Not shit, it's not shit, but you know what I mean, all this stuff.
You can say shit, man. These lot of hip hop crowd, they know what this shit is, man.
But yeah, and I found meditation. So I got big into meditation, crystals, and that helped me get over. Because with trauma, you're not supposed to relive it. Traditional psychology wants you to remember it and relive it, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to forget, accept.
Yeah,
so that's what I did for meditation.
Let it disappear.
It was really good, like grounding. You heard about grounding?
Yeah.
Grounding, crystals, healing. Did it all. Taught myself loads. I got all the books, mate.
That's deep, man.
I'll show you, mate. I've got in my pocket, in my wallet.
Yeah.
I've got. This is for creativity, positivity.
We got a mantra.
Let me see what Paul's at here.
Got some change. You know what I'm saying? Do something strange for a little change.
Can you see that? Can you bring that up then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tourmaline. So it gives creativity,
tourmaline.
positivity. Yeah. So I swap them every now and then and just carry them around. But yeah, so that helped me. That helped me a lot. And then I could talk to people about stuff. Like people who are in the military, if they talk all the time about it, it's not true. They're like, oh, I was this, blah, 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 blah. If they're talking about it, there'll be some that are true and they're just dickheads, but if people don't talk about it, they don't say anything, then they've got something to say.
There's something that's been going on. And so it's definitely something you're going through, no matter with all the training, everything that's going on. For you to go through it, you can't be who you are, innit? They cut off.
Yeah, you've got to be a trained dog.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's no bad dogs. Like, there are no bad kids or no bad students. There's bad teachers, masters, and
yeah.
do you know what I mean? So,
And
they break you down to build you up again how they want. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, David Goggins.
David Goggins. He's a crazy mother.
They train
lover,
your body.
boy.
Yeah, they train your body. They train your body. Train your body. You're fit as fuck, but they don't train your mind. That's down to you.
Yeah.
So he says you need to be. What does he say? You need to be in uncomfortable situations all the time. Like he hates water, so he swims all the time. Do you know what I mean? You have to embrace those fears. To like.
See.
It's deep shit, but if, like say, if you join at 16 and a half, 17, 18, you don't know this shit.
Yeah.
Well, the kids are getting clever nowadays.
So you think a lot of them, a lot more kids are like, nah, you know what?
Nowadays, yeah.
I see what's going on here.
Yeah. Nowadays, yeah. 'Cause there's so much information out there. There's the internet. And
Yeah, for sure. And it's even surprising, though, that there are still that many people in the military, in a way.
There's less and less now. I've
Is it
read,
less?
did you ever watch UK Column News?
Yeah, of course, man.
It's been taken off.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah. I think they're still on, like, BitChute and all that.
Yeah.
They're on the Odyssey and whatnot.
Some links that.
Yeah, because you see how...
Yeah, they're reducing. Royal Marines and everything's going to be disbanded.
91,000, is it, or something?
Yep, disbanded.
Total numbers
There's going to be
now?
a new breed of soldier called Future Commando Force or some shit. It's all getting like Call of Duty. You know when you see like in Marvel films, there's all the soldiers with the masks and
Super
shit.
soldiers, bruv.
Yeah. So it's all changing.
What are they called? The blue hats or something like that?
It's all technology warfare now. It's all.
What are they going to feed them
shit.
with, man?
Fucking megabytes. I don't know.
What do they call the? There's a word for the drone pilots. They call them.
Kings?
No.
Presidents,
something
prime
to do with
ministers?
sitting behind a desk and flying a plane.
Yeah, it's more or less like
Wing jockey or some
you
shit.
know what I mean?
Can't
Back in the
remember what
day,
it is.
man,
I'll have a think about
the
it.
king would be with the army, fighting with the
exactly.
army. Do you know what I mean? That's what would make the army want to fight for because they're like, yo, the guy who rules over
he's
us
there.
is with us,
Lead by
shoulder
example.
to shoulder. Yeah,
Now they lead from behind the desk.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now, that's what it's like. These guys have been droning it for how many years? So it's not surprising people will leave. But this is to hear that. You know, are they breeding these sort of soldiers now? Are there a bunch of kids that are?
Yeah, but they're getting
being
trained.
bred?
They're getting trained from computer games.
Yeah, for real.
What did we have when we were kids? We had fucking Master System and shit like that.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Did that want to make you go and shoot people?
Maybe one that
Or
collect
jump on
rings.
some
I
fucking
wanted to
rings?
just jump around, rolling
One ring
around,
to
collecting
rule them
rings and shit.
But yeah, what are kids playing now when they're like 8 years old? Fucking Call of Duty and what's The Rock doing on films and Jason Statham? They're all killing motherfuckers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fast
so
and
they get
Furious.
them.
What's that about now? What is that supposed to be about? Cars.
Yeah,
What's it
I
about
even-
now? Fucking what?
I can't
what?
keep up with it, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Fast
I'm gonna
and
see it
Furious.
tomorrow. I'm gonna see it tomorrow.
Yeah,
mate.
you got to see it.
I've got to
yeah.
see it. I've got to see it.
Number 9, bruv. They're still
9.
going on with
Came
it.
out in 2000 when I left school. I went to see it when I was 16
Wow.
at the cinema.
Wow.
And the advert, it says, what's the main character who's dead?
I'm done. Oh, what? Paul Walker.
Oh, Paul
I'm
Walker.
his brother.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know all this time. We never knew he had a brother.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
Got like a
He's just popped
episode
out.
9, you got
Yeah, I didn't
They,
realize
they
as well
cloned
that-
him, didn't they?
a way of just
Cloned him.
stitching a new character in. Is
Yeah.
they're like, I am the brother of the person who died.
Oh, that with John Cena. Yeah.
Yeah, I
brother
didn't
of
realize.
Dominic
Oh, was John
Toretto.
Cena coming in
How's
it?
John Cena, Dominic
Oh,
Toretto?
jeez.
Fuck off. Where's the cars in the fucking Japanese girls, man?
Jeez, man. Wow.
But yeah, so
So you moved on.
yeah.
So yeah, you
So I
managed to
found
move on
meditation and-
through meditation,
Yeah.
grounding,
I was taking. I'm not gonna lie. I was taking lots of ecstasy, MDMA.
and meditating.
No, after like during, like coming towards the end of a party or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'd read up that MDMA is used in like therapy because it helps people open up and stuff. So
Yeah, you got-
maybe that helped me. Like I wasn't doing it to cover something up. I was doing it to find myself.
But you managed to do it. I mean, the
I did
bottom
it.
line is
I did it. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think anyone's going to kill me just yet. But I do get it.
Start pop out from the
I do.
speakers
I
and
do
that.
think sometimes. But
Yeah. So what? Every now and again, you'll get little flashbacks or some form of.
It's why I stopped smoking weed.
Yeah, for
Because
real.
that seems to like. I just hope it's not too smoky, you know.
It's more for me, man. It's more for me.
But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think because I'm like a hyperactive person, when I do actually take some drugs, which I don't anymore, by the way.
What he's talking
It
about
cal-
is
it calms me down.
paracetamol and
Yeah,
ibuprofen.
it calms me down.
Yeah,
It's strange.
because you're hyperactive.
Yeah, it I don't know.
It makes
just does.
you.
It makes
well,
me.
you go
It makes me
into a-
focus. Yeah, it makes me go
yeah,
within.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
you're like,
within.
yo, I feel high.
Yeah,
I find.
and you go all
It's
quiet.
like
and all that.
centering yourself.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not like bah bah bah. There's some people.
But you
like
can
drugs
still
that do-
find that place like sober in it, like with
Yeah.
nothing.
I do it when I'm driving
Breathing.
sometimes. Yeah, breathing, deep breathing.
Yeah, breathing
Like
exercises
breathing can
and all
stop
that.
it. Breathing can help anything.
Yeah. People, and it's
yeah.
we don't breathe enough. We don't breathe hard enough.
you
Like we
need to-
just
yeah.
shallow breathing. Like
Yep.
when you're meant to really get into some deep
Yeah.
breathing exercises, and that's why
Yeah.
meditation really works well for a lot of people. So that's pretty deep. That through all of that,
Yeah.
and through their whole, them claiming that you're fine and you should carry on, and
I'm a
they
coward
couldn't
for not
die.
doing
Yeah,
it.
you're a
Yeah, all
coward,
that
and you
shit.
couldn't,
They
as
really
opposed to
tried to
trying to
twist
help
it.
you.
Yeah.
As
not.
opposed to trying to help you
Yeah.
in terms of maybe trying to get you
Yep.
to think the right way.
Or at least let me chill for a bit and then be like, "Are you okay after a week?" Or do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah,
it was
yeah,
no, it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
no.
But then in the end, what you found was, and then you said you came
At
back.
least let me kill for it. Yeah, how did that feel, big guy? Is that all right? we tied him up for you, and you just went up and shot him.
Yeah,
Is that good?
it's crazy,
You all right?
man.
You back to killing? Okay, get back out.
exactly. Do you know what I mean? So, it's wrong. Thank God I didn't have to kill anyone or see anything too bad. I didn't see anything too. I won't go into what we did
No.
see and shit.
Yeah, I
There
think
was some mad shit out there.
shout to your mom. I think she mentioned,
What people saying?
it's a big thing to
Love
even.
meditation and crystals.
Was it? I saw
Yeah,
someone mention that,
Was their
but it's a
birthday
big
last
thing
week,
to
wasn't
even
it?
step to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Your mom, did you have a good birthday?
Was that?
Week
Yeah,
then,
David
yeah.
Goggins is a G, capital G.
Yeah, for real, boy.
But yeah, no, I love his mentality. Yeah, he's done all that shit, but he knows.
He's a beast,
He's doing it
man.
for himself. He's doing it for. He's a Navy SEAL. He's in the military. He's doing it for himself. I don't think he's in anymore, but he's doing. Do you know what I mean? It's a personal.
Man, that you see his feet and all that running for that long,
taking
bro.
up his
Yeah, man.
200-mile. fucking
That's
run.
levels. The feet, they're just numb. The feet are just numb anyway. That's why
Yeah.
you ain't feeling nothing through them. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, see there. Yeah, so
That's why
yeah,
they give
he's saying
stimulant
opposite
meds.
effect. It does. Like I've never. When I was at school, I was bullied at school from year
Wow.
year 7 till year
Your
10.
mom's a she, by the way, just in case.
Huh?
Your mom's a she. She said that.
She.
Yeah.
All right.
Go on. But yeah.
Yeah, so I was bullied till
It
like
makes
year
a lot
10
of
at
sense.
school. And then all the bullies got kicked out of school. But yeah, they had me seeing a psychologist at school. It was called like something support because I was acting out. I wasn't acting out in class. I was just questioning shit. Do you know what I mean? I think you were saying in the last one, Dan, you used to question like, be argumentative and question shit. Like, okay, so the solar system's like this, and like, but why doesn't there's a vacuum of space, and there's atmosphere, then there's not atmosphere.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it get
And it's all
just
moving at the
questioning
same
shit?
time.
And I'm like,
yeah.
no, I don't want to be here. Like, I like doing like carpentry and shit and PE and science, and I liked English. I was good at English. I was shit at maths, but it could have been the teacher. Like, I'm not. I could do sometimes. I could do complicated maths, and then sometimes I can't give you change if you spend £4 from 20. I'm like, hold on, wait. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so they had me doing that. I think it was because you got like E numbers in food, like kids' sweets and stuff
Yeah.
now. I used to spend my school dinners on donuts and sweets and shit like that, and I get hyped up,
Yeah,
get
yeah,
hyper
yeah,
and
of
act out.
course.
They'd be like, "You're disruptive." Get to isolation room. Go to the isolation room, sit there. All right, a few hours a day. I used to skive off school, like bunk off school, go down the park, just fucking whatever, chase squirrels or whatever you do. And,
Throw some nuts and some squirrels.
yeah, and do that, and then all the bullies got kicked out, and then started doing media studies. And for you, what do you get your choices to your something, don't you? Like what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Some
yeah,
members
yeah,
you
yeah.
get your choices at the end.
Yeah.
Of
What's that word they always use? There's like-
Curriculum. or-
no, there's a word they always use in in the year before you have to choose your GCSEs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It becomes this. It becomes a
really
really important word. They're like, have you done your
yeah.
choices yet, or
And
whatever the word
It
is?
was so important, you don't know
you
what
get
it
that
is.
Yeah,
feeling
you-
over your body.
Yeah,
Like,
because-
oh, shit,
What have you chose? What PA?
Have you done your,
You're gonna be a gym
yeah.
instructor.
I remember the teacher bringing my bringing
Options.
options.
Options, yeah. Here are your options.
Blue flicky.
Like,
Man said options. It's true. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
isn't that a fucking?
Have you made
hot
your
drink?
options yet?
It's like a chocolate drink.
That's
isn't
what it is now too. That's what it is to us now. We're a bit older now. Options is just chocolate hot drink, like Horlicks. It's something you find next to Horlicks in the shop.
Yeah.
But I remember the teacher having my dad and me down for your meeting when you're deciding your options, and he said to my dad, Daniel should do French and maths. My dad was like, why is that? And he went, well, he might want to move to France and be a banker. Well, you don't know anything about
That's an
me.
option.
That's an option. Yeah. You don't know any.
So.
I mean, my dad just looked at him like, I don't think you understand anything about what I'm into.
Yeah.
It's like he just wants to be a carpenter. So what's he got to do to be a carpenter?
But yeah, like
But don't take French and maths out of the picture yet. And it's like,
that's because they have a quota.
I didn't do
for,
French
like,
in
their
the end.
classes, don't they? You need at least like 20 students on this one. Because what if everyone chose? No, you can't. What if everyone chose PE? You can't do it.
Yeah,
Nah,
true.
that's
They
the
have to
thing.
split, like
yeah.
the army. When I went to the career centre, they're like, oh yeah, you can still be a commando. Why don't you join the artillery? Look, I'm like, no, I want to be a mechanic.
Yeah.
I know, like be Vin Diesel, like
They're
Fast
like,
and Furious.
no, do this.
On like
do
fix
this.
shit like that, have a garage. You know what I mean? But no, why don't you do the artillery? Like, yeah, blah blah
You
blah.
can still be a commando.
yeah.
Just
that's
go
like
do
soul.
everything without your pants on. You'll be all right. You'll still be a commando. You're a
Yeah.
little commando.
That's pretty interesting, man. That they really push for it as well.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, because they got a quota to meet. They
Yeah,
need X
filling their
amount of men
quota.
and women on in this regiment. That's how it works.
And even like the same your mom mentioned, which makes a lot of sense, like how the diagnosis as well. They probably wouldn't diagnose you because it will look bad for them, innit?
Yeah.
And also you can't sue them if you can say like, oh yeah, they you know what they did was damaging to you. If they were to admit it, then you might be able to sue them, and then that will set
but they
precedent
won't.
for a
They'll
bunch
never.
of people.
It's
So they
like the news. They
do
never
that,
admit they were wrong, and the government never admit, COVID was all a joke.
Oh, come on, man, never.
Can I say that?
You can say what the fuck you want, man. I mean, they might have
They never
something
admit it. Like if you're a liar,
quacked
you're never
up.
gonna fucking unravel your story and say, yeah, nah. It's all lies will carry on forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the military is just like it's like school for adults. School is conditioning children to be. What did they say in the first 3 years or 5 years? Who said it? It was a famous person said, give me a child, and I will show you who.
Give me access to money supply, and I don't care who was.
No,
that's someone else.
No, it's
Yeah,
to do-
give me a child, and I'll show you who he is
Yeah.
before he's.
Yeah,
Make him who he is before he's 3
I'm
or 5.
thinking of
or
someone
something.
else.
I think it was 7. I think they're saying.
Yeah,
I think it's the first 7 years are the most important in terms of
Yeah.
exactly manipulating a child's mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But you got to break free. But like I say, it started for me when I was 27 years old. After I got shot at in Afghanistan. That was my awakening, I'd say.
yeah,
But,
that's. I mean,
well, that's another story. I
that's
think.
enough. Yeah, that's enough to
So-
get that awakening. To be
Yeah,
honest,
so,
man.
yeah, it took me a few years. I was okay, back to normal. Yeah.
I have a friend who was in Lebanon in the army, and he was like, they were out there in the field, and they were kind of behind this short wall, this little wall, and they were kind of, I guess they were sitting with their back to the wall, but then, the ops were like on the other end of this field, which was, for the other side of this wall, and some long ass field, and so his friend asked for a light. They'd been there for a few hours just plotting. I think they were expecting, people to come through and start popping off. And then his friend was like, "Oh, give me a light," for his cigarette.
Yeah.
And then he lit his cigarette,
Got
and
shot.
he must have just been a little bit above the wall, and then pap, and then he just see his friend drop there, and he was just like, "Yo,
That's it, mate.
like, I need to get." And I think he was like 17 or something at that
Exactly.
time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's things like that, like you're saying, you see it with your own eyes, and you get that gut feeling that you've already had anyway, but now telling you, like, see, like, what is this for? Like,
Yeah.
do you even know who
Exactly.
you're doing this for?
No,
why you're doing
don't.
this?
I
Do you know
could
what I
say,
mean?
lead on to why I think we're there. So we're over there patrolling and shit like that. You're walking around the green zone. You're just seeing the farmers. All the women and girls stay indoors because they can't be seen. So it's the young guys and the fathers, uncles, whatever. They're farmers. They're just living there. They ain't doing shit to anyone. They're just living there. And then we're there as native. Well, we're called ISAF, international, some shit, I don't know.
ISAF.
Like NATO, whatever. With like the
ISAF.
force, like the Commonwealth, whatever.
safe.
I say Fassy, backwards, I don't know. Farsi. So we're there and we're patrolling around and fucking telling them, do you know what I mean? What would you do if, like, what would we want to do as young men, youngish men, if another country soldiers were coming around telling us what to do, fucking take raping our wives and shit, because that happens. It happens. Soldiers rape fucking locals and shit. They put it in films like it's a joke and stuff like, you know, like Platoon, Jarhead, or shit like that. But it happens. All that shit happens. Guys getting raped, fucking, all happens. So they're doing that. So they're just protecting their land, and I could see that. I'm like, why am I here? Like, I don't fucking know him. I shouldn't ever meet him. I ain't gonna fucking swim myself over to fucking Afghanistan and ever meet them. You're not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not meant to be in that place. That's not.
It's crazy,
that's not
man.
me. So I'm there. I'm like, why the fuck we're doing this? And then I think we spoke before when we first met about like poppy fields and heroin and opium, weed. I've seen it over there, fields of it, like fucking 8 foot tall plants for miles. That was there before because they grew it. It was grown there.
Yeah.
Now,
That's what it's known for.
if you look it up, there's a statistic: the opium export from Afghanistan since the invasion of Afghanistan in 9/11, 2001.
Yeah.
Since then, has fucking gone up like.
It's gone up now.
Yeah, like thousands of percent. Like, well,
People are
I've
saying
seen the
America,
fields of
aren't
what
they,
do you think
though?
the soldiers are there protecting? Why do you have security guards at a bank? Well, now it's digital, but they would be protecting the gold and shit. So why are soldiers over there, and why are they killing? Do you know what I mean? It's all fucking. It's not for freedom.
It's not what you think
not
it
for
is
freedom.
while you're there, yeah.
It's not for freedom. It's not for protecting a country. It's not for the guy next to you. It's not. It's money and power,
Yeah.
or something else. That's beyond. I don't know. Beyond our. Like an ant can't comprehend us as humans. We can't comprehend what the fuck's up there.
Because there's money being made on all sorts of levels, isn't it? Like energy is being absorbed by these people, these entities, I should say. But all on all sorts
That's
of
what I was going to go on to. I thought
because
it
it's
might
like,
be too deep,
well,
but-
I mean, look, when you to think about that, like we've just spoke about, you know, the different stages that you go through in this process to become a commando. You know what I mean? And then even to the point where now you're in the field, you're in the battlefield, and things are going on, and you're still like, yo, what is this? Like, what the hell are we doing this for? And then you realize, like, oh right, we're here. Why do they make it seem like that if this is the case? And furthermore, why do they want this stuff that is in another country that they're saying they don't agree with? They don't agree with this country, but now they're
that was the catalyst for us as Britain, America, whatever, going to Afghanistan was because of the planes that apparently flew into the trade center.
Yeah,
That was the catalyst. Just like I think Pearl Harbor was. The catalyst for that was Japanese being provoked by the Americans, if you look into it, to bomb Pearl Harbor, and then that made World War II start. Was it two? No, three.
But it's America joined. America
Yeah.
joined World War II. Not
'Cause America
not
used to
straight
have-
after it.
Yeah,
but
America used to have trade with
as a
Japan.
result.
Like it's all I don't. Then that can go on to like different races and why is it only white man that's spread out over the earth and like done shit? It's
that's a whole nother.
That's
even
mate.
that is like it's like I've just been open to a whole new world about all of that stuff to do with our history and whatnot. So that would definitely be interesting to chat about. Blues mentioned something which is interesting, and he said that look at how they covered up the deaths of Deep Cut barracks.
Yeah, I've heard of Deep Cut barracks, but
And so they just declared that another one
Deep Cut
died there
Deep Cut might
decades back.
be Royal Signals, I think, is Deep Cut.
These were where they the recruits were being suicided, and they was reporting them as suicides. And there's
shit
been
like that goes
loads
on.
of
They just don't put it in
loads
the
of their
news.
families just
Yeah.
don't think it's suicide. So, all their families think it's like beatings and all the
No,
rest
that
of
goes
it.
on. That goes on.
Well, but it also seems like they're trying to say, no, this is from another time. This isn't from, like,
Well, they still
rewriting
just
history.
report. They just report
His-
them as
his
suicides.
His story.
His story,
His
man.
story.
His story, written by the losers.
Yeah.
The losers, because only the losers would want to have to lie about their history. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so that, so thinking about that, like that, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. And then even the fact that they probably cover up, you know, you never really hear about too much of the trauma that goes on, you know, after you've been in the army.
Yeah.
And even for some people that may not even have stepped foot on the field, it's just like
Yeah,
what
they could
they've
have
had
trauma from
what
anxiety of
everything they've had
that.
to go
Yeah.
through to get
No,
there.
people
Do you know what I mean?
There's different levels. Like, it's crazy, but it's not.
Boy.
And then it's not addressed. And then, what's the percentage of homeless guys are ex-military and suicides? I've got some friends that have killed themselves that have been in the army
Serious?
because of traumatic shit. Like they haven't spoke to anyone. Do you know what I mean? So it's it's mad, man.
Do you feel like it's important to talk about these sort of things when
someone's ready.
yeah.
But I think you need to have a good group of friends or family around you to see. I think what did they call it? Not triggers, like a flag or
Yeah, like a
or things that-
flashbacks or
no, like something that'll come up that someone does, like a like a
Like a
trigger. Yeah,
a trigger or like so they see if they were out of character. But then you got
Yeah.
to have people
Oh.
around you that you know.
people
right,
around.
okay.
Yeah, I get
Like,
what you mean.
like signs that like okay, he keeps talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
killing
Yeah.
animals.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely needs to be talked about, but not in the traditional psychology way.
Do you think like so? Let's talk about that in terms of history when it comes to these sort of things to do with war and how they're
Well, like the history of war,
yeah,
like glamorized and shit.
yeah, exactly. The way it's all glamorized and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it's lie. Yeah, most of history is a fucking lie.
And that's what I'm thinking, like, you know, because so much has popped up, man. We keep saying it as well.
Yeah.
This is even the reason why we started this, is like,
Yeah.
yo, people don't get to talk that much about what's going on, let alone what's gone on. Like, now we've got all this time to learn about our past, you know, even better. And then, it just opened up all these things. And then you're like, right, so it feels like nearly everything that they turn into a big, massive story that we all seem to have to celebrate every now and again.
Yeah.
There's movies or there's days or...
Like royal
you know,
family, for example.
Yeah.
and King this, Prince that, fucking
Yeah.
Lord of wherever.
And so, like, some of these wars that have gone on may not have gone on the way that they've portrayed
fucking way.
anyway.
Right, if you had a fight with a guy and you get your shit kicked out of you, you could tell the story and be like, yeah, I battered him, man, whatever.
Yeah.
It's that.
Or
like
you
you
could
say about
say
the
like,
winners. The winners.
Or you could even say it like, oh, you know what I mean? This guy,
Yeah, or
like,
exaggerate.
he beat me up, but trust me, like I got him, but what it is, my rib, innit? It's really, like he hit me on my rib, and you know what I mean? You have some kind of excuse for why you, other people who saw the true story were like, nah, man, he fucked him up.
But then,
Like, you weren't,
what's that?
mice weren't ready for him.
What's that big library of books? What's it called?
Big library of books.
Yeah, the biggest collection of like ancient texts and scrolls and shit. It's
Oh,
like some
where would
big
that be?
thingy.
What, in the UK, you mean?
No, it's not in the UK. What's
Oh,
it
where
called?
would that be? The
It's
largest
not the
library.
Akashic record. That's the spiritual. Like it's a big collection of books and texts, and
Old
scriptures and everything.
scripts
Yeah, that
and
kind of stuff. I can't remember
cuneiforms and
I
all
can't
that.
remember what it's called now. But why do you think all that's hidden? Because that has the knowledge. What books do we have now? Textbooks for school, university, like books you've got there. Where they're hard to
Yeah.
find. You can't just buy them in Waterstones, can you?
Nah,
No.
nah. Well, I mean, maybe.
Maybe you
but
could now, yeah,
The thing
but-
is, there'll probably be ones that are not of
Yeah.
the true
It's
form.
like vegan
you know
food.
What I mean?
That's hard to find.
Yeah. Like
Now there's
real, or
vegan
even
shop.
real food.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah,
Real
fuck.
food's even
Oh,
hard to find
man.
now.
Get
It's
me started
crazy,
on that.
man. But yeah, these sort of things, man. It's really good how it comes home, and you know what I mean. You could come out the other side and actually think about like, shit, that was fucking crazy. I'm actually
think
glad I
about
went
now,
through
yeah,
it
now-
because
yeah. Now I've got
who I am
children and-
now.
You know, stuff like that. You think
Beautiful.
Fuck, like fuck, but there's guys out there with children that are doing that shit, and they could be dead, just like that.
Yeah.
And for what? For what?
Man.
Well, I was on 18.5 grand after 4 years.
Serious.
Start on 10.5, I think. It's shit.
Does it go up and up as you used to?
Slightly, but then there was a pay freeze whilst I was there,
Yeah.
so probably looking at £1,200 a month.
And then what's it like for life insurance? Like,
Oh, they have the salesman come round, do the pitch for the health insurance. Like, you can have cover for loss of limbs. Yeah, I need that. Cover for loss of vision. Yeah, okay. Cover, and you're paying for it whilst you're out there. I can't remember what the company was called, but you're paying like £20, whatever, something a month. So imagine all those hundreds of thousands of soldiers are paying that. Someone's getting that money for that,
Yeah.
just to cover you if you get blown up. And like I know people that did like lose limbs, hands, arms, whatever, and they get shit because they haven't read the small print or they haven't done something, or and they get like maybe a few grand for like being fucked up. Like it's all bollocks.
It's deep, man.
It's all bollocks for
Yeah.
Like looking back now, at the time, you're like, no, you're in it. You're like, yeah, I need insurance. You getting insurance? Yeah. Gonna get insured for $1 million. Yeah, yeah. And you think, oh, yeah. If
feels
my
like-
arm gets blown off, I'll be a millionaire. No, mate.
yeah.
No, you'll have one arm and a few grand.
And that's the word,
Yeah.
isn't it? The
Yeah.
wordplay.
Exactly.
Boy.
It's the legalese
Yeah,
and the
man.
fucking we and they and us and the aforementioned and shit like that. No, mate.
We
all
definitely got to learn a whole new language, man. Basically, that the language that we speak is not even.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing. It's not. You know. It's
It's
the
taken
language.
away from the like harmonic sounds of language, how it should be, and I'm sure it talks about it in there with the
Crazy.
musical
Yeah.
stuff.
And even the grammatical text as well, like the way things are written, we've also got to look at that as well, man.
Yeah, like you're talking about the
Dog
conspiracy
Latin.
theorist. The conspiracy
I mean,
theorist
it's-
and social distancing, and makes no sense.
Yeah.
To be
yeah,
social
yeah.
is to be social. To distance is
Yeah. Well, yeah. The phrase don't even make sense.
Yeah.
And I've been saying, I feel like we've been doing it since MySpace anyway.
Yeah.
That was like, hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? And you're
Yeah.
sitting in your yard
Yeah.
somewhere. Do you know what I
I've
mean?
got 850,000 friends.
Socially.
I see 2 people a week.
Yeah. Social. I'm social from a distance.
Yeah.
There you go.
Social media.
What can you do though, man? But yeah, so, and then you came into a new world, the movie world.
Yeah. So I was just
We
reading.
talk about the...
Yeah, more's all over.
Oh,
it.
what's your more saying? Your
Truth
more
or war is just
saying-
another form of interest.
Ah,
Yeah, it is.
she's
It's
saying-
another distraction.
Sorry. Yeah,
But yeah,
form of
so,
distraction. She's saying massive respect for talking about
Yeah.
all of this.
But
by the way.
then, yeah, I started doing. Yeah, since that, I didn't want to. I've not had a job in employment like for a company or whatever since the military. So I got into like film extra work. I can't remember how I came across it, but I got on Casting Collective. Got on there, had a few bit parts here and there. I think the first thing I did was on Star Wars Rogue One, just like extra work, essay work, supporting artist. Then going on, been in some quite big things, had some features, doubling stuff. I've got a list somewhere, but for example, Wonder Woman, Justice League, All the Devil's Men, American Assassin, Dumbo, Black Spider. Don't know if to talk about it. And the upcoming film that I'm going to be in, that I can't talk about because I've signed an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So I don't want to lose that job. But yeah, getting into films, and then my main career now, which we're going to talk about now.
What's your main career
Touch
now?
upon in the adult industry, mainly
Yeah.
making porn.
The other type of movie, the
Yeah,
blue
blue
movie.
movies.
Why the hell do they call them blue movies when red is the color of sex? No.
Do you know why the red light district was called the red light district, and it had red lights? Bit of trivia for you.
Nothing to do with Saturn or the devil.
No, maybe, but no.
No. Mars is the red planet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Saturn would be the black planet.
Black is it blue? Saturn blue.
Saturn, I thought it was well, it's called the dark planet. It's like, you know, but yeah. Anyway, go into the cosmos.
Loosely put term planet.
Yeah. Plane.
That's another.
Oops, I
That's
don't know.
another.
Who knows, man?
Another one. But yeah, what was I saying?
So,
so apparently
why
someone
is the
told
red
me.
light
Yeah,
district
I
red?
can't remember who told me. Someone in the industry.
We're hearing this
They
from a
told
porn
me.
star, my beloveds. I just
So
let just,
Navy men in the Navy used to come back from being on ship and come to the prostitutes at the brothels, yeah. But there was scurvy going round and diseases and shit, and a red light, when shown above a human, hides any like blemishes or whatever, sores, stuff like that. So that's
Wow.
why the girls in the windows had the red lights on them, so the sailors would be like, "Yo, she looks clean," and they'd still get their money for the fuck.
because it hides the blemishes and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that. Because the women had scurvy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did not know that. I learnt that
They
just
were-
a couple of weeks ago.
They were low on vitamin C. I wonder.
Yeah, exactly. They need some fucking
Jeez.
lemons in their life.
Yeah, some lemons
Some
and
orange and
limes.
shit.
So some limeys come along and oi,
Yeah.
oi.
Oi, oi.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
so that's
how
it.
did you get into this then? How did you get into the
I had,
adult?
I had a friend that grew up round the corner in Derby. He was a few years younger than me. He was doing it. He met some porn girls that I know now, very intimately, in on a boat fucking party in Ibiza. And they were like, "Oh, you're fit," and they ended up fucking him. That's how we got into it. He had a kid with his porn star girlfriend. About 3 months after I came out of the army. It was 3 months out. So yeah, 3 months after coming back, I got into porn. 3 months.
So you used to.
I was just back, had a bit of money,
meditating.
had a few grand. I was like, yeah, fucking weekend millionaire.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I need some more money. Got into that. I was doing the films here and there, the extra work, stuff like that.
So you got into an agency and all that, or
Yeah, I just went for paid audition. My first one was paid. It was a proper scene. I can remember the girl it was with.
Can you,
Black-
can
is it
you
with the black
remember?
girl?
Can you remember your
That's really
lines?
What?
Can you remember all your lines?
yeah.
Take this. But yeah, it was with a black girl called Lola Marie. So big
She
up,
famous,
big
isn't
up
it?
Lola Marie. Was only about 3 black porn girls in the UK. So, but yeah,
Right.
Lola Marie was my first. She will not be my last. But yeah, had the scene, paid scene, smashed it. Because when I came back from Afghanistan, before I went to the military prison,
Yeah.
I was on Fab Swingers, it's a swinging website. I was shagging every weekend,
Frap swingers.
getting girls pregnant. I was thinking, look, I might get a chance at porn one day. I had that dream from,
Oh, for real?
from wanking off over Euro trash and coming over the German male cyclists. By accident, I might add.
Well, you,
You know what I
switched
mean.
the channel by accident.
If you're older than 35, you'll know what I mean. You're like, oh, big tits, Lola Ferrari. Oh, no. It's fucking some German playing a fucking trombone. Probably looks a bit like Dan.
German.
Hey,
playing
you're a
the
techno
trombone.
Viking, aren't you, Dan?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a trombone look as well. Trombone player look.
Who's
So,
trombone?
Trombone.
But,
Oh.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so.
but yeah, so yeah. I
Right,
started
how
doing
did
that.
you like? Okay, no training. You didn't have to do no.
Well, no,
training
like I said,
for
no,
that.
I've been going to swinging parties, and I was a bit of a
Oh,
fucking.
That was your training.
Yeah, from
Jeez.
17 when I lost my virginity, I was a promiscuous fuck.
Wow.
So I've always
Literally.
been the same. It's
And
just
you
like,
and you could always train at home on your own anyway. It's
yeah,
the sort of
training
thing
for
you
the
just,
big day, like against the wall.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Pillows.
As without, so
Everything.
within comes from within.
That's without some.
So yeah, so I did that 3 months after coming back from, not Afghanistan, sorry, from the military prison. I was doing that, and then 8 years this August it'll be.
Serious,
I've been
8
doing
years in the
longest-
game.
I'm a better porn star. Well, I've been a porn star longer than I was a soldier. I don't think
Wow.
I was a bad soldier. I wasn't a bad soldier.
Yeah,
I thought,
you
it
ain't
made me
getting
think I
no-
was, but I was a good soldier.
You ain't
I was
getting no PTSD either from porn star business either.
Saying that though, mate, it's the second most traumatic job I've ever had
Is it?
after being shot at after the military.
Because you're being filmed and everything. It's
Right,
like,
right.
yo,
I don't know. Right, imagine you're in a room. There's two guys and you, and
Huh?
a girl.
Yeah.
You're with the girl. You're trying to do stuff. She says something or does something.
We didn't mention.
yeah.
She says something or does something, makes it a bit awkward. You're like struggling to stay hard. There's people watching. You're hot. You're under pressure. Everyone's
Jesus.
looking at the watches. You see them look like that, but you've got to perform.
What and
But
then,
then that
cut,
comes
cut,
to-
cut. Okay.
Start again. You get going. They're like, yeah, cut. All right, yeah, okay. Do you know what I mean? It's like a
Then-
film. You know how film sets are.
Yeah.
Sometimes on a porn set, it can be that like big productions like Brazzers, Digital Playground. I shot for Dorsel
Yeah.
in France. Private, fucking Mofo, loads of big ones. Can take up to 10 hours. Not 10 hours fucking, but 10 hours on set, acting,
Jesus.
photos, stills, hard and soft, video, hard and soft. Sometimes together, if you're lucky. Like they'll film the soft angle and the hard angle. Sometimes it's separate. You're like, yep, do all the soft, don't come. Now do it all
Right,
again. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you can't hold it, sometimes you can. You got to
That's
hold it.
right,
Sometimes you
isn't it?
need to come. Sometimes you fuck. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's traumatic.
So
And it's
you
been
just
hard.
Like, oh fuck you,
But-
sorry guys.
But I brought strength down from within, and like because of what I'd already been through, I knew I could get through that and deal with that, so I can deal with fucking
The
this fit
pressure.
girl for getting paid to do it, and I was good at it. I think that discipline from the army, like you got to be fresh. Like at the end of the day, you're naked with someone that
Yeah.
you just met 10 minutes ago.
Mm.
You've got to be professional. It's like a sensitive
It's-
job. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But it's
man.
not like we'll talk more about it another time, I'm sure,
Yeah.
and I'll bring a friend in.
Mm.
But yeah, it's
What's
it's
his name?
His name,
What's his name?
Big Leroy, Fabian,
6'9", baby.
6'9".
So like,
but
alright.
it's a hard job, mate. It's mentally stressful. Like, there's not many in the UK. There's probably 5 guys that I could name that are reliable, consistent, and good at performing. Because it's an act, really.
yeah.
Sometimes
that's-
you enjoy some of it, but most at 50, it's one of them. It's like she might be really attracted to her, or she might look like your mum. Do you know what I mean? It's not, but you got to do it anyway.
And you still got to do
You
the
gotta
work.
do it. If you want to get
starts
paid,
getting all Freudian.
but if you want,
She looks like your mum.
call me daddy. No. But yeah, it gets.
Do they? So it's not a thing of you get to choose like nah, or it's just like there's a job on that.
Yeah, well, that's the way I saw it. Some people just turn people down. Like, no, I'm not working with them. Like, fuck it, I don't want the money. But
whilst they're there,
I
or
wanted the money. Maybe subtly, maybe sometimes blatantly.
yeah,
I've seen. But yeah, it's not. It's definitely how it's painted in the media and stuff like that. It's in a bad light.
in what
Basically,
way?
if you don't want to watch horror movies,
Mm.
you don't buy them, you don't talk about them, you don't hang around with people that do watch them, and you don't call people like, you don't be like anti fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
Same with porn. Like, if you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, why?
Yeah,
And if you don't know anything about it, like we could talk to people about the film industry, movie industry,
yeah,
and they're not going to understand it till they do it. They don't know. You sit around for hours,
yeah.
bored as fuck, and then people don't know. So
Well, you
I'm
see,
here
like,
to talk. I'll talk about anything.
Yeah,
I won't tell you everything about everything, but do you know what I mean? I'll paint it as in good a light as I can, because some of it is seedy, and there is trafficking and prostitution and forced fucking like mafias doing this and that. There is, but
there's heavily.
and I've heard of. I've not been around, but I've heard of stuff
Yeah.
like that. Girls getting drugged, and do you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Wow.
It does happen,
Yeah,
but mainstream porn, no. It's the difference between like a snuff movie and a Hollywood movie and everything in between. There's like a proper porn movie, like Hollywood, big budget, and then there's fucking dodgy shit. There is. There's the dark web. Do you know what I mean?
is there any sort of like? There's not I wouldn't say regulation, but some form of licensing, or how do you, when you become professional?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not regulated at all.
No.
There's like, it's like an unwritten like rule that you get your tests done, your STI tests. So your AIDS, your HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, and I can't remember the other one, hepatitis B. So you get tested for them. It used to be every 2 weeks, but now it's to work you have to have a test within 2 weeks, valid. But I used to get tested every 2 weeks, no matter what. But now they've changed it to every 4 weeks, that they can actually test you, but you still have to plan your shoots to be within the first 2 weeks. But there's no agents, there's no porn talent agents in the UK.
No.
So if anyone's interested in something like that,
Pimping,
I've
man.
got
You know what I'm saying?
not pimping, no, it's like a model agency.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But there's none, so that could be like I know all the performers. So if anyone knows anything about agencies or something like that, that could be a big.
But if they
market.
started that, would they? Because if you're saying you're forming an agency, would it just be under the same sort of rule as you lot run by anyway?
Yeah,
then?
yeah, you do
So
that.
it'd
Like,
just be like,
you're not going to work with a girl if she hasn't got a test.
Yeah,
She might not have anything, but you don't. It's like fucking a girl in town.
yeah.
You don't know if she's got something or
Yeah,
whatever. So you do that. It's like a mutual respect. But now companies are starting to like request the certificates, the test off the performers, and showing the other performer their thing.
Oh, because people are worried and that.
Yeah, and now there are like password locked PDFs and stuff. So you can't like screenshot another one, but then you
Oh,
can.
wow.
You could still. I could still take your piss to a test, because they take your blood. They're there for that. They take your blood. They can't cheat that. No one could cheat that, but you could piss in someone else's thing, and it's like a COVID test. You could you could test your fucking hamster and say, "I've got not got COVID." Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you
the
never
woods.
know.
So they take your blood at the shoot. You're saying?
No. No, it's
So what's
like,
that-
like
what
a
is he saying about
like a
at least-
genital urinary medicine clinic, like a
Oh,
gun clinic,
okay,
or
right.
in London it's in Soho.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Dean
So you could
Street.
take piss as in a bottle.
Yeah, because you go to the place, no one takes your piss. You go to the
Yeah,
toilet.
yeah.
you pee
They
in
don't
pee in a
extract
test
it
tube.
from you. You have to
No.
pay extra for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use a
Brad,
McDonald's
pee in a
paper
pocket.
straw.
You could make some pee in a pocket boxes, bro.
Yeah.
Brand new pee in a pocket. Wow.
But yeah, see, yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But yeah, there's there's a lot
Yeah.
of in any industry. There's a lot of dickheads. There's a lot of fucking fakers, users, fucking drug users.
There's a community though in the UK, like
It's
is
getting
it-
better. I'll plug it if I can. It used to be called UCAP, UK Adult Producers.
Yeah.
It's now called SNAP, Support Network for Adult Producers. They're rebranding. In fact, If someone's
Adult
lucky,
producers.
if someone's lucky, they might get an invite to the next party.
Oh, see there? We might have to give that.
There you go. Well, yeah, so it's Snap. If you look up Snap,
Snap.
Snap. Oh, good.
you could link that somewhere, I don't know.
What, do you want me
And shout out to all the
do you want
porno
me to
chicks
check
out
it,
there that have to work on that.
Yeah, search for Snap, formerly UCAP. But yeah, they're trying to bring it like more professional. Well, it's not always been professional, but now
Yeah, you got
there's no
professionals
union, there's no. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no fucking like the pop platform for
Yeah.
It's like
I know exactly
you
what
with
you mean.
yeah.
That's
It's
what
like-
I'm saying. There's no.
But although it is,
regulated.
but it is still now. It is just me. If I want the work, I've got it because I created Twitter, did Instagram. I went on adult work. I did this. I did that, and it was just me because I was working. So I didn't say I was working a few jobs before as I started the porn. I was a personal trainer at Pure Gym. I was doing sports massage, which the army paid for. After I came out, I did sports massage.
Oh wow. What they paid for the qualification?
Yeah, it was like $3,000, something like
Jeez.
that. Yeah, it's called a resettlement package. You get like $3,000 to $5,000 for like one.
Yeah.
You get to choose one thing. Most ex-commandos,
Resettlement.
most commandos trained in close protection, which is
Yeah.
bodyguarding, or I forgot what it's called now, something at sea, maritime security, so protecting from piracy, not pirated DVDs.
Wow.
Got a receipt,
man.
mate. Got a receipt.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Modern
piracy.
day pirates.
But because so many commandos and soldiers were leaving, it flooded the market with that job. So there was no point in doing close protection or maritime security because more people were doing it. The pay went down because for like a 6-month stint on an oil rig or a ship, you get like $100,000.
Oh,
Mad
wow.
like that. So that's why everyone did it. I was like, right, everyone's doing it. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do personal training.
Yeah.
So I did that. I was doing that. I was doing naked butlering. Don't know if you've heard of it. Butler in the buff, whatever.
Naked butlering.
Yeah, it's not
What is
naked.
that?
You wear like an apron and a dicky. Yeah, you can imagine it.
So what? That's is that some kind of eyes wide
£50
shut?
an hour, mate. £50 an hour.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 hour jobs every weekend nearly in the
What
summer.
kind of events were they?
Hindus.
Oh, Hindus.
Birthday parties for girls. I've had 2 gay parties, male gay parties.
Yeah, you got to take the rough with the smooth,
Yeah,
I suppose.
right.
innit?
I
know
did
what I
it.
mean?
I did it anyway.
You get what you asked for. You know what I mean?
But
So-
yeah, so I was doing those jobs. So I was like, fuck this. I can't like as a good like business. It's good in business to have several pies and
Hands,
fingers
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
Octopus.
I was like, this is too much. Like I can't. I was fucking busy. Like here, there, everywhere. Diary was full, and I was like, right, I'm going to concentrate on one job. Let's have a think. I like this for a minute.
Which is the most
one?
exciting job you could think of.
Which one? Yeah, I really like sports
Yeah,
massage.
I bet that was hard to. It's really hard to make that
Well,
choice.
no, it was
isn't
a bit of a choice. I still did the butlering because it was £50 an hour. It was fun.
it was fun as
And the
well.
massage, yeah, I just got bored of training people that don't want to train.
Jesus,
Training middle-aged women that just want to chat about their husband and like it's fucking boring, man. I wanted to be training like athletes or something like that. But
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
think I'm not in London. I'm up in Derby. If I was in London, there might be like a football team or athlete. Do you know what I mean? There could have been more opportunity. So yeah, so I just went full time into the adult industry, into porn, escorting, private parties, fucking shit like that.
Was that hard
Professional
to?
shoots and
Was it hard to like get like a sort of steady income going with it, or was
it
it
was steady.
similar to what you were
yeah,
doing
like,
before?
I've lived
where
off
you-
it for nearly 8 years now.
Yeah.
Like, not so comfortably in the start. I can remember when me and Mrs. used to go to Aldi shopping and add up what we got on our phones because we only had X amount of money. But now just going there, I'm like, yeah, what, 100 quid
yeah,
on the
yeah,
shopping? Fuck
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Buy one, get one free. But no, do you know what I mean? Going from that to
yeah.
not having to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good. It's a good progress.
Jeez, man,
but,
that's
um,
crazy.
But yeah, so I just concentrated on that. And obviously, as a performer, just like I'd say, I don't know, a footballer or something, a performance career, it relies on like your consistent performance. And my performance was consistent. I think I've had maybe 1 or 2 shoots ever in. I've got a list. I'll tell you how many I've done.
I was
Years.
wondering, like, is it the same as like in the rap world when people get interviewed? In
Oh,
the
if they
rap
do
world,
one shit interview
they ask
or
them
what?
like, no, but they always ask them like, yo, so who are your inspirations? Like, so are there any like porn stars that you know, you're like, you've watched them and gone like, yeah.
Oh, me. Is that what you say? Like, was it for
Yeah.
me? Right. Yeah. There was a guy.
You're top 10.
His real name's Lee Henshaw. His stage name was James or something like. But he was in a lot of porn. If anyone's watched porn, any guys out there, there was a series called UK Student House.
Yeah.
And he was in a lot of that. So me and my mates watched some porn, not jerking off together, but we'd watch it. But it was funny because he was a funny guy. He's from
Yeah.
Chesterfield up north, so he's got this fucking accent like that, and he's like, he was just like, do you know what I mean? He's like a little fucking porn hero kind of
Yeah.
thing. Eventually, I got to meet him, work with him, everything. He's like, when I first worked in front of him for a company with a girl, he's like, yeah, great, mate, that was good, blah, blah. It's like meeting your hero, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was like inspiration for that. And then the current guys that were around at the time, there's a Scottish guy called Ryan, forgot his name now. Shit, Ryan Ryder. There's a black guy called Antonio Black. So yeah, I just looked at their Twitters, saw what they were doing, and copied them.
Yeah,
Because there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
So I copied, not blatantly plagiarising their tweets and shit, but
No.
did what they did.
Understanding
Did what they
you've gotta
did.
do,
Was like,
innit?
right, I need to do this. I need to go to this awards night. I need to go to this party. I need to meet these people. I need to email this company, that company, that company, do this, and built it all myself.
How does that work then with the award show? You just like email them and say, yo, can I get an invite?
On a guest list with the
guest list, yeah.
plus 10 or whatever I ask
Yeah.
for every year. But there were no awards last year. But like I say, there's a party this year.
Yeah. Jeez, boy, that's crazy, man. That's a whole different world, boy.
But
From
yeah,
what
so
we know.
yeah,
It's
so yeah, one or
hilarious.
two scenes I've struggled in, and they've both been abroad, I might add. So Under Pressure abroad, it's like an away
Yeah.
game in that football thing that people talk about.
Yeah.
It's like an away game. But yeah, just pressure, but I completed everything in the end. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, 614 porn scenes I've done till
Jesus.
now. Yeah,
614.
I got my little OCD list on here. It's there, look.
Jeez.
Can't see it.
Put that on my affidavit. You know what I mean? 614, man. You know what I'm saying? But imagine, yeah. So you're carrying on as well. It's like this ain't the snowball is getting
He's
bigger.
carrying on all right.
Yeah,
The snowballs are getting bigger.
not stopping now.
Yeah. So, geez, is there a number that your OCD is kind of keeps flashing before you?
1,000, mate.
That is.
So
It's the
300,
one.
only 386 away. See, I could do maths like that. 386 away. But I can't give you change from 20 quid if you give me a tenner.
Wow, man. That is
Yeah,
hilarious, man.
So yeah, it's purely down on your reputation. If you fuck up, there'll be talk. Oh, Luke's done a bad scene. Luke couldn't get it up. Luke.
You can kind of hear them
Luke
chatting
couldn't
about?
come.
Or,
No, I'm just saying that's what is said about people.
yeah.
Does it have a very long? Is it got a long lifespan? Like obviously the women, they're like they've got like a limited
Oh,
time.
but no, they can do MILF now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
I
get
suppose.
teen,
They can go
you
on
get
for-
teen,
There's
you
grannies.
get
in
babes
that, man.
in
There's, like-
between. Like you get teen, you could put girls. Some girls could probably do up to like maybe 24 or
Yeah.
25. Then you get your babe, which is like 25 to 30. Then you get MILFs. To me, a MILF is a mum I'd like to fuck. That could be any girl of any age with a child. There'd be a MILF. But MILF tends to be 30 plus.
Yeah.
And then you got your cougars, and then it goes into gilfs, Gigi grandmas, grannies. And then it's the same with guys as well. You can have your teen-looking guys,
indeed,
you have
man.
your fucking hunks, you have your regular guys, and then you got your fucking old dudes. And that's it. So as long as your dick's working, you can work. So
Wow. That's crazy, man. Like, yeah, to think how old it gets. You know what I always crack up at as well? There's got to be a bunch of grannies with like tattoos and all that. All over their breasts and shit.
yeah, that's
gotta
what
be
I was talking to someone
hilarious.
about the other day. Girls got tattoos all over their face
Yeah,
and
all
neck.
over their
What are
neck
you going to
and
look
that.
like playing bingo like that, love?
Sleeves and that. Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious,
Yeah.
man, to see that. That would be the
We'll
new
see.
normal,
We'll see it,
boy.
mate. It's in our lifetimes. We'll see
New
it.
normal, boy.
We'll see
That
it, bro.
would-
Girls we grew up with will be like grannies.
the
with
grannies, the butterfly on the booties, just looking like a moth now, boy. Jesus, looking like some moth that's been rained on.
But yeah,
But
yeah,
that is
shelf
mad,
life.
though.
I'm not gonna. Why? It's what I'm doing now, and it's
Yeah.
what I'm good at. So
No, I hear that, man.
what
Boy,
it is.
you know, like I said, man, it's such an interesting thing, like, you know, to go through that, to have a life like that, and then you got to this spot as well. And it's, you know, I can imagine there's a bunch of people out there that are jealous, but would they have gone through all of that? Well, they've gone through what you've gone through to get there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a whole
Yeah,
other
exactly.
story,
I don't
man.
think I would have been able to do
Exactly.
porn that I'm doing now if I didn't have the experience.
Military trained.
I had, yeah, basically,
like
you
a
need to be
machine gun.
militant about it. Like, right, she needs to get fucked. You're gonna come on her at the end. Right, do it. Here's a few.
Left, right.
Here's a few £100. Job done. Next. But they're not.
Jesus,
It's not
man.
that. It's not a 9 to 5. It's not. I don't know.
No,
People
it's
say, how many do you do-
nighttime. Is it
how
a
many do you
nighttime
do-
job, no?
No. Daytime.
You do it in the daytime?
Big companies work 9 to 5. Smaller ones work at any time. But yeah, it's not like a 9 to 5, like Monday to Friday. It's some weeks I could be working every day, and then next week it's like SA work, extra work.
Yeah.
Work for 6 months, then nothing for
Then
2.
nothing, okay.
What have you done for 2 years?
Yeah.
What have you
for
done?
real.
Any film stuff?
Nah,
No, me neither.
Yeah,
I haven't done anything since you. I did
I
a little
think-
bit.
Yeah, I did a little bit
I did-
before the lockdown. There's a
did-
few dates before the lockdown, and then bam, that's when I was like, nah, I ain't doing no.
But yeah, But yeah, that was that. And
Woo,
that's what
man.
I do. So I don't know if you got followers out there.
Yeah,
that-
man.
Some people must know who I am. You're going to recognise my face from somewhere. I've been
No,
like
they
I say,
they might not recognise your face, but
Face.
with the bit that
Nah, I
they will
always get my
recognise, we
face in.
can't get it out.
But yeah,
So
no, I've been on. I was on Channel 4. Mums Make Porn. I don't know if you remember that series. That was quite good.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, and then I was on Louis Theroux's. Fuck, what was it called? Something with sex.
Louis Theroux.
Louis Theroux.
wow, Louis Theroux, that must have been a hard fuck.
His bum. He's just so tall. Dan. I'd say
Pointy
get
as
yellow
well. He's a
pages.
pointy dude, man. Everything
He's
just
like
seems
he's
pointy
like
on
6'3",
him.
man. He's huge.
Yeah, he's huge.
Long way for it to
He's a
flow.
giant. Yo,
yeah.
man. Shout out to
I
the
might
crew
add that's
locked
a
in.
document. It was a documentary of Louis Theroux, not a porn scene. Sex tape
You
released soon.
You sure, yeah?
Sex tape out soon. Yeah? Me,
You
Louis,
got a Ray J
me, Louis, and
Theroux
Kim
now.
Kardashian.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You got a Ray J, Louis Theroux. He's got to become mad famous off the back of your leaked video.
So, yo, he's getting tagged in Pornhub.
Louis
vids.
Theroux's madre is going to be like, right,
Check
we're
the-
going to make some
there's
money
some-
out of this, you fucking pointy
you know-
giant mother love.
Do you know what the funny thing is as well? The first, because obviously I do paid like production shoots and stuff, get paid for it, and then there's content share as well. So it's like
What's that?
a like for like. Like you do a photo shoot, you share the images and stuff like that.
Oh,
So a content
yeah.
shoot. So most people that make it big, they have their own website. So they shoot their own content. They'll say get a photographer or a videographer, film some stuff with a girl, a guy, whatever, or film it yourself, like point of view. Then start a website. So I thought, right, I'm going to do this. So the first 25 scenes that I filmed myself were in my military uniform, and it was called Luke Hardy's Command Hose.
Wow. What? What's his name? He's got a buzz, boy.
So if you want to check it out, yeah, the link's up there. I've had that website a few years now. That's doing well,
Yeah, man.
gaining traction.
Jeez, that is hilarious.
And then I've got now there's OnlyFans. Like people must have heard of OnlyFans.
Yeah. So what?
Like,
Yeah. What's
go-
the deal with OnlyFans? I've heard about it, but I've never really. Is it just like, yeah, you can pay to watch me shove a telephone up
It wants to do
everything I
anything.
can find?
It's to any like photographers have it, footballers have it. You can put what you want on, but if you've got naked pictures and videos, well, girls are making millions off OnlyFans.
What?
Yeah.
And what's the deal then? Because is it the fact that
It's
you
a subscription thing or paid DMs, tips.
You should set one up and just
Mate,
do
do
raps.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Just do.
just
And-
yeah.
and
People
Dolphin
pay you to write.
at
They
OnlyFans
can
dot
pay
com.
So
you to
do
write
raps
bars.
and then like strip slowly.
No,
like,
but you don't
take
know.
off
It's
one.
not.
You don't-
It wasn't
What?
made. It wasn't made to be a porn platform. It wasn't made
Oh.
to be an adult platform. It's a platform for
Just
like
subscription.
performing artists. Like here's behind the scenes
Mm.
of like Rihanna or some shit. Here's behind the scenes. Here's me shopping at fucking Walmart.
What? And people can pay for that. Here's me
Yeah,
taking a shit,
subscription. Or you can have a free page.
picking my nose.
Or you can have a free page, free subscription, but then charge people to unlock messages. And that's how people are having free profiles, killing the promo, getting tens of thousands and millions of fans, and then mass DMing like $5 videos, $1 videos, well, no, $3.
Oh, what? And then they're just making P like
yes.
that.
Girls are
Wow.
making like $1 million a year on it. Serious.
And what are they doing? Is it
I
action
know
scenes
some of
as
them.
well, or is just?
Could be anything, mate. Could be a girl. Some girls, most girls say they don't even get the pussy out. They just bit of boob play, and guys are like paying for it. But it's lesser known.
Jesus, man, this world
it's
is
non-industry
nuts now.
girls, like Girl Next Door. That's no one in the porn industry.
Yeah.
They're making the most because the porn girls are everywhere online.
Anyway, so
They're
people. Yeah. So they get it for free.
Men want to see like, oh,
Exclusive.
Nicole, 26 from Birmingham, like, oh shit, and that's the only place you can see her. So do you know what I mean? It's like exclusive.
LL Cool J, round my way, girl.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy now, isn't it? So it's changed. The game has changed then.
Yeah, it's there's a system how people are making money. It's the promo, pay promo. When you get so many fans, you can charge someone to do promo on your page for them, and girls are making money. Girls getting paid grands a month to be an assistant to do it for you. But as a guy, it's harder to do because I can't sext. I can't do sex chat with men there's not many. Lots of girls watch porn, but not many girls that want to chat to me about what I'm wearing. And shit.
Like
do you know what I mean? It's
grills.
not.
Yeah, you have to go for
It's a woman's world. It's probably the only career in the world where the girls generally get paid more.
You might be able to do that butler thing though. You could dress up as a butler.
Butler
The
for
naked-
the
I've actually done a
naked
scene
butler.
in my butler. Yes, I have. One. It's,
You've got to
it's on my
pop the
website.
butler.
Check it out.
Wow,
Oh, you
man.
can do you want to? I don't suppose you got many pervy guys. You might have. Can you link my
Nah,
OnlyFans as well?
Wow,
Can you write that
I don't
up
know.
where Luke Hardy is?
Yeah,
Luke Hardy
maybe.
Triple X.
OnlyFans. What is it?
OnlyFans.com /
OnlyFans. Yeah, I might have to start
Hardy
OnlyFans,
Triple
man.
XL.
You know what I mean? Where I eat my breakfast or something. On OnlyFans? No?
Yeah.
Maybe not then.
No, you could.
What?
Eat my breakfast on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, no,
What is
no,
it?
I-
OnlyFans.com.
No, mate, I do. I wash the pots like naked. Yeah, but people. That's what people want to see
Yeah,
of me.
people do. They want to
but
see
This
some
is why I'm
weird
trying to
shit
go
as
more
well.
legit and do the YouTube.
YouTube and
I want to
keep
do
it
my
a bit
I want to
cleaner,
do
but
my
at
porn
the same
star
time,
tries series.
Yeah. I think you could get away
Porn
with
star
that as
tries
well.
podcast.
Yeah.
This will be going on there.
Yeah. Porn star tries
You can send me
podcast.
all this, can't you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The thing is, you could get away with that as well when on your YouTube because you're not actually doing the shit that they'd
No.
expect a porn star to be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Although one video of mine got taken down, it was titled 5 Tips to Get Into the Porn Industry. It got flagged up as being false, misleading, and some
5 tips.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should spell it like P-A...
How I...
Yeah,
5
P-A-W-N, porn.
No, you can put... There's a guy called Johnny Sins. He's a guy in America. He's got a massive YouTube following. He's talking about how he got into porn and stuff like this.
Okay.
I think I might have put the wrong... Like I say, put in the links in the thing.
Yeah,
It was a
it's
while
tricky,
ago, but
innit?
now, I want to start more like legit stuff like... Not legit, but non-porn related stuff. Obviously, I'll still get like the girls on for the comedic effect and whatever we'll call it. Like you could get on here, you could have a porn girl, do a podcast with her.
Yeah, that'll be mad.
interesting.
If people want to
Yeah,
hear
get a
that,
girl's
let us know in the
perspective.
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
I
a girl's
mean,
perspective on the industry because this is mine and this is
yeah, it's a
basically
crazy
what it
industry as well, man, to
That's
think
what it is.
about.
Do you know any of the granny ones?
great. Yeah, 73 years old was the oldest.
I think that would be the best one.
73-year-old porn
and
star.
she had one of the nicest bodies I've seen. Do you want to bring her
Wow.
up? Bring her up.
Jesus.
Can you bring no? Oh, can
Hold
you bring
on,
up
I
nude?
can't-
Ah, no,
Well,
you can't.
everyone else
Nah.
can if they
Oh,
want.
can you
Yeah.
see
What's
it
her
first?
name?
No, you can see it first, can't you? Before
What's
you
her name?
bring it up.
Yeah.
Lady Sex Tassie. TACY.
Lady Sex to see. So you lot can search for that. If,
Yeah, just
you know what I mean.
There'll be a clothed one.
Yeah,
Dan. There'll be one clothed one.
I'll put a name in the thing instead.
Oh,
yeah.
other people can say.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Lady Sex Tassie.
What else could you do? OnlyFans. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Like, what else could I put on my
you more
OnlyFans?
said breakfast bars for you.
Breakfast bars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
breakfast
you charge
bars.
for breakfast bars,
Charge for
nutritional breakfast bars,
Ooh. Workout bars.
workout bars.
Washing up the plates bars. You know, certain people don't wash up the plates properly. They just use their hand. No soap, just some hand and water.
I lived with someone who used to just use hot. I lived with someone who used to just use cold water.
Cold water.
Just like put cold water on it.
And rinse it, and that's it. Later.
You just
I knew someone
wash
who
everything afterwards.
they only just washed the top, like the plate, the top part of the plate. They never washed the bottom part.
What, the back of the plate?
Yeah, like the back of the plate.
Apparently, the people were getting more ill who had dishwashers because it was cleaning the plates too much. So,
What?
well, part of the thing of like not cleaning the plates so much is that you
Build
get
up.
used to
Build
like
up a tolerance to
you
the...
get the hormesis, the hormetic effect of
Mm.
the bacteria is you know that you're like under attack slightly all the time.
Yeah, so your antibodies are working. Is it that sort of a
something,
thing?
something like that.
Well,
So
there's- 'cause
people
there's-
who had dishwashers were like all like clinical and
That's more to do with the shit the dishwasher's using, I could imagine, man.
Well,
You
they
know?
clean it too much. They clean it too much.
And what kind of chemicals you putting in the dishwasher anyway, and then after you're eating off the back of that. Not
Washing
to say
machines
that
live longer with Calgon.
Yeah,
no, it's washing
Jesus.
machines. What do you put in?
kill you.
Yeah, it's still put
They
in.
live longer than you. That's what they're saying. The washing machine will live longer than you when we use this shit on your. Yo. So what? Alexander Morrison, what are you saying, bruv? He said get Skin Diamond on here. Skin Diamond, that must
Skin
be
Diamond. She's
proper famous.
She's a black tattooed girl, black tattooed American girl, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got like tattoos around her nipples and shit. I think she's black. She's in America.
Like, and it's funny, like the fame that it's proper underground, isn't it? It's like really of another
like circles.
world,
Like,
you know. Like
you could start telling me some footballers' names, and I don't know.
Yeah,
so I'm not
yeah,
into
yeah,
football. But someone starts saying Skin Diamond and
it's a whole world. Yeah,
Luke
yeah,
Hardy. Like, I'd like to think I'm minorly
UK.
famous.
You're in the
I think
UK top 10.
I think I'm. Mate, I got my own sticker. You say?
Yeah, for real.
What are you
Gotta show 'em
saying?
the sticker, man.
Get that sticker on.
Yeah.
There you go.
See it there, you lot. Can you see the sticker? Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not professing to be some like Kieran Lee, who's also from Derby, by the way. I don't know if you heard of him. He's like main Brazzers guy, Kieran Lee.
No.
He's from Derby as well. He's got a Brazzers contract. He's got to be.
So what's that? Brazzers, is it different in America? Is Brazzers like an American one, isn't
like
it?
porn in America's like almost like Hollywood.
And
Over
it's-
in the UK, mate, it's like the difference between the Premier League and Sunday League.
Is it? But yeah, because it's a smaller country, isn't
yeah,
it? It's like
the talent pool's smaller.
terrain, yeah.
Like most of my work is abroad.
And like, is it over there? It's still illegal. Not illegal, but it's still not regulated.
I know it got made illegal
or-
in California, I think.
Illegal,
And
yeah.
now all porn is shot in, or most porn is shot in Nevada.
In the desert.
in the
You
fucking Las
probably
Vegas.
to go in the
Yeah,
desert,
Las
bro.
Vegas, yeah. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
Las
it's different
Vegas,
laws,
no wonder, innit?
And in the UK, you can't distribute or host a website from the UK. It's got to be a server from abroad or distributed DVDs from abroad.
This come like, you know what it come
Last
like?
time I heard.
It come like how weed is sold in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Like the laws are weird out there where like you wouldn't even think it is the way it is. You know, you just think like, oh, it's legal there to sell weed. It's legal there to smoke it, but the selling side is a whole different thing. And in who are you buying it from as well? Because you're not allowed to sell more than a certain amount. And all this weird shit behind the scenes that people wouldn't know.
Isn't that where the Triple X comes from as well?
Yeah.
It comes from Amsterdam. That's the flag of Amsterdam. The city is 3 X's.
Oh, didn't know. I thought he was on about the Vin Diesel film then. The Triple X,
yeah,
Triple X.
I thought he was on about back in '84, mate. Me, the missus, the neighbour's dog. I tell you, mate, we was on them double dip dubs, couple triple X's. Oh, we was having it large, mate. Oi, oi. Maybe not though. Yeah, man. Jeez, boy. There's so many crazy things that go on, like, and you know, to even think it's like going to places like Germany. I remember going on tour in Germany. And, you know, the TV's on.
You seen that?
And then you're like, right.
That's Skin Diamond, apparently. Yeah,
She was born in Scotland. Her dad was the bus driver on CBeebies in Balamory.
That's
But she's
hilarious.
got all the tattoos though, right? Alexander?
CBeebies. Wow, that's hilarious.
Alexander Morrison. That's a very
Imagine that.
Scottish name.
That's her
Yeah,
name.
so
Alexander
Scottish.
Morrison.
Scottish.
yeah, so that's in America.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's bigger in America. In the UK, it's just fucking. You just do it for yourself. That's what I mean. There's no agencies, so.
So do,
Like I say, if anyone's
do
on-
people want to like go to America though? Is that
Yeah.
sort of like
Hollywood.
the
I
aim?
could
Is that
go,
you
but it's not.
you've worked with American companies?
Yeah, I've worked for
and-
American companies. They come to the UK. It's like when the NFL used to have NFL Europe. They come and play some games. The NFL still do it now. They play at Wembley, don't they?
Mm.
Yeah.
I went to see Buccaneers and the Patriots like years ago.
Mm.
But yeah, they come over. There's a porn star called Danny D, a white guy. He shoots for Brazzers in the UK. He's like that.
Yo, man, it's Danny D. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's from the UK, you said?
Yeah,
Ah,
he's
okay,
from
yeah.
Chelsea, I think, or London, somewhere like that. But yeah, he's contracted to Brazzers as well. He's got some like mad 10-inch dick or some shit. The white guy.
Like vinyl and shit.
But he's but yeah, he shoots over for Brazzers in the UK because like lots of people can't and won't travel that far to. Do you know what I mean? Like
You gotta go to America,
after
yeah.
expenses and like not all companies will fly you to America. Think how much it would be like, what, $1,000 maybe to fly there.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is, but you got to weigh it up. Like,
Oh, so you're doing it yourself, you're covering...
yeah, sometimes.
Ah.
Or if you're just going for content,
And even if he's with a company like that,
yeah, you're still only getting you 400-500 quid a scene or whatever you get.
yeah. It's crazy,
You'd
isn't
have
it?
to
'Cause,
it'd be like a working holiday. You've got to justify, like, you're there for, like, every day you're there is a whole 24 hours. It's not like you're doing,
Yeah,
you're in the
yeah,
UK
yeah.
doing the day shoot.
Yeah.
That's all right. But you're there for that time. So once you factor in the money over the total time, you could be on whatever an hour, like. Do you know what I mean? But then for the experience, or people do it at the start to, like, build up their reputation. I've done that, so
yeah,
I'm not known over in America so much, but
will be.
could do it. But
Yeah,
like
man.
saying, I've got kids now and shit, and like traveling the way everything is with the world and travel. I don't want to be stuck somewhere. I don't want to be. Do you know what I mean?
Boy, OnlyFans, man. You might have to go
online.
to OnlyFans
Yeah, that
route.
kicked off once first lockdown happened.
Yeah.
Sales went up. Now everyone's back at work. They come down.
Yeah, it's mad,
Or
isn't it?
unemployed. They've just not got
It
the
sounds
money.
like with that, you know, with a lot of things as well online, it's like they're trying to turn the world into this digital world, innit? You know, obviously the crypto thing as well. And just like, that's how we live now. Everything goes on there. You find some form of way, whether it be you're filming yourself, recording yourself, and putting it up there.
Yeah, YouTube or
it's-
whatever. It's all the same shit. It's
Yeah. Or you're doing some job, you know, like people have office jobs now that they're just doing online.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so it
Zoom
feels like,
calls and
rah.
shit like that.
There's so many different things. But
Yeah,
then,
but with
like you
that-
said, in terms of working, if you wanted to do your work, really, you need to travel.
And to do my work, it's like, it's a close contact job.
yeah,
You can't do it from 2 meters away unless you're some kind of fucking horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you just can't be done, can it? It's like hairdressers and
ain't gonna happen.
massage and
Ain't no virtual.
Ain't no
That'd be mad.
There
Jesus,
is, yeah.
imagine they turned it into that. Like,
It's
yeah,
like, you
the
see- no, you see-
virtual, they were the first ever virtual
Yeah.
porn.
No, you see like on
shows,
films like
gonna do it live.
what is it?
Yeah, yeah.
No, what's
they
it on?
just
Have you
got
seen
I'm touching your
have you
breast.
Jesus.
have you seen
Can you feel it? Tell me if you can. I'm doing it right now.
what's it called? No, like futuristic films
gloves
where they
and
got
that.
hologram sex and stuff. Got a hologram like, oh yeah, or like Total Recall where you're going in your brain on holiday. You're like, yeah, you've been to Tenerife for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it was sick. Did this and this, but it's not real.
Just sat in your room.
Yeah, just there.
2
like,
weeks.
Fucking opiumed up, like drugged up and having a little fucking. Oh yeah, man, I was there.
Jesus, man.
Do you know what I mean?
that's
So-
nuts, boy.
But that's a whole other thing about everything going digital.
Yeah,
But
man.
it's the world we live in, so you either adapt or you fucking get
Well,
left behind, don't you?
We'll see, man. Like,
Well, we'll see. Well,
it's not the world we live in yet, but it definitely feels like they want us to go that way. It's
Yeah.
just up to us, I think, to say, nah, we're all right where we are actually.
Yeah.
And furthermore, we want to change this shit as well because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
ain't working the way you look. You know, and hopefully it's happening, man. I feel like there are more and more people waking up. And I say I feel like that. I don't know whether they are or not, but I think there's a lot more people when you actually finally talk to them about the situations that are going on now. They seem to be a bit more clued up and just it's like, but I can't be bothered to deal with the hassle of, you know, not wearing a mask or,
yeah.
you know, all of that. And I think that those are the sort of chains we need to break away from.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Personally, I think there's a reason why people feel like that. Like, no, I don't want to. It's like they've made us feel that way, you know,
Yeah.
put us in a classroom next to each other, you know,
Yeah.
just following each other like
Yeah.
in
That's
front
it. It
and
starts from
behind.
school, like you
Yeah.
said.
And just
Yeah.
everyone like looking, okay,
all-
this is
it's
how
all
we,
part of the
all right,
system.
everyone else is
Yeah.
doing it, so I've got to do it like this.
Yeah.
Don't ask no questions. As soon as you ask a question that's out of
Yeah.
line,
Yeah.
what the teacher does is either if they can handle it,
Yeah.
they'll try and humiliate you in
Yeah.
front of the class.
They
So you've
can't,
got
they
the
kick you out.
Yeah, and if they can't, they kick
And
you
you get
out.
isolated.
So either way, you're never treated as
Yeah,
someone that
exactly.
maybe they've got their mind is a bit more advanced
Yeah.
in terms of where
you're not-
what
yeah.
we're trying to teach them right now. You know,
That's where I was at school.
Mm.
I was always like, didn't fit in. But it's very rare. Like, how many people have you met, like yourself, or like me, or like the guys that we know from where we know them from?
yeah, yeah.
Very
yeah,
few.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
1 in 1,000? 1 in 10,000?
If that,
1 in a million?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's very
Exactly,
few,
mate.
but the best we can do.
I've only
like,
just met Dan,
keep-
but I'm sure he's on par with us. What,
Yeah,
how we
man.
feel, maybe not in everything, but
No,
he's
man,
open-minded
he's
for
clued
sure.
up. Yeah, he's
But yeah,
clued
it's-
up. Trust that, man.
But there's people out there. We
Yeah,
just need
man.
to get together. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, exactly, man. What? So Alexander Morrison saying, off topic, but the high street is dead, and now the town centre is following suit. All the Gap stores are closing now. The Gap stores?
Gap,
clothing
yeah, the
shop.
brand, the
Gap
clothing
brands.
shop. Gap.
Soon there won't even be shopping
Yeah,
centres.
it'll all be online, Amazon.
Well, I thought it was more than just the Gap stores, but yeah, for real,
Amazon. Yeah, shops
they've
are closing
made
down.
it. So it's
Pubs
like,
as
yo,
well.
it's the perfect time to make people scared to even want to go out and shop now. And
Yeah,
then,
it's another way to push you
yeah,
to
man.
online shopping.
And what is it, Wall-E? Is it Wall-E?
Wall-E.
That animation?
I've not seen- I need
have
to
you not
watch that.
seen it? There's a
I
bit,
need to-
and people
yeah.
must have mentioned it. There's
I need to
Wall-E.
watch it.
There's a bit where it's just like this big, fat dude, like a way
Yeah,
oversized
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He's just getting fed
Yeah, yeah.
stuff and being picked up by this
Yeah.
kind of robotic thing and pull up
Yeah,
here
they all
in
are,
front of the
yeah.
TV. And it's like, right, that's what they're trying to turn us into.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Fuck that shit, boy.
Yeah.
I tell you that right now.
It's mad.
Yeah, man, Luke, been good chatting to you,
I
bro.
know, mate. I'm getting
Serious.
tired. What's the time? It's past my nanny time, mate. Fucking-
Nanny time, boy. So
Yeah,
give
man.
us shout out your socials and all that so people can follow you if they want to.
Yeah, so
LukeHardyXXX.com
lukehardyxxx.com is the main website, obviously for people over the age of 18 and kids with the mum's credit card. Onlyfans.com/Hardy XXXL. There it is.
Or is it XXXL?
Yeah, that's not extra large. They just didn't have triple X, so I put an L at the
XXL.
end.
Ah,
Yeah,
right,
it just
hold
turns
on.
out it is triple XL as well.
Let me just change that.
That's
so
not
that
the size
it's-
of my clothes or my
XL.
penis.
Right, there you
But,
go.
XL.
That's it.
Exit, yeah. And then Instagram is Luke Hardy Official. Twitter is Luke Hardy Off. OFF.
Yeah, man. So we got some in-depth knowledge there.
And then if you're a film or TV agent,
Mm.
you can contact me directly. Probably on my email. Do you want to bring it out?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Not through your website then?
No,
if
not
you
through the
want-
website. I don't.
Oh.
I don't manage the website. I just make the magic happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Email is lukehardyxxl@gmail.com. If anyone wants to chat about porn-related work or film and TV stuff, or any, I'll do.
Free tryouts.
No, I'll do. Yeah.
Do free
No,
tryouts for any girls.
I'll do. Oh, Dan.
Do you mentor anyone?
No, I get some
Do any
guys. I get
mentors?
guys all the time like, get me into porn, get me.
Run
like,
me through what you
all
do.
the usual. I was like, would you ask David Beckham for a soccer lesson? Fuck off.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know what I mean? Would you ask Brad Pitt for an acting lesson? No,
Yeah.
just like leave me alone.
Yeah.
I can help and advise you for £100 a month, which I think is reasonable. I'll set you up on some Twitters and whatever.
Yeah.
No, get me a porn scene now. I want to shoot with so and so. Like, yeah, mate. Made a joke with someone on my OnlyFans the other day. He said, yeah, I want to fuck some girls. I'm like, all right, mate. Pop round to my mansion. Yeah, got a 5-bedroom mansion. I got 20 girls. Can fuck who you want. He's like, yeah, okay. Where is it?
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
is it like a thing where, because how are these people making money off of this? Are they selling the material or it's the subscription?
Yeah,
websites and
subscriptions, or
whatnot?
it's a free subscription and you have paid DMs, like inbox messages, subscriptions on your website. It's just like a regular website, like your Netflix or whatever.
Ah, seen.
And that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then you're escorting, which is
Just escorting
just
someone
escorting
to the door.
someone, yeah.
Here, madam.
Take your
Is this
code,
where
dear.
you wanted to go here?
Yes.
And you wanted this to go in here? Okay,
take you
there
up
you
the
go.
arse.
You wanted it to come
Okay.
out and then go back in again?
Yeah.
So I'm just escorting.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, because I was trying to figure out like how. Okay, in terms of this stuff is exclusive, obviously. So it's only at a particular website or a bunch of a network of
it
websites.
depends. If
or
you do a
whatever.
content share, say I shoot with a girl, we both get the content. She can put it where she wants, I can put it where I want.
Ah,
Or if you
okay,
want to
okay,
release
so
your
I
IDs,
get it,
everyone's
I get
over
it.
18, you've had your test, whatever. Or for a company, for like Brazzers, you shoot it and
Yeah.
they'd sell it forever on their
It's-
website. You got paid your 400 quid
Yeah.
and that's
And
it, done. They get that.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to equate it to the music world. What would
Alright.
it be like? And it's like, rah, for real. So it's
Yeah.
like you
like
do a
doing
tune, you record it.
An
and then-
appearance or
Yeah, you either
Yeah.
pay someone pays you to keep it, like loyalties or whatever.
Yeah. They keep the
Or
royalties. They
you
own the
both
track.
have it and you can do what you want. One of you
Yeah,
might sell it for
indie
$10,
style.
one might sell it for nothing.
But it's like, yeah, I'll just make one P
Yeah.
off of this. Whatever
So yeah,
I can make,
OnlyFans. I do shared content mainly. I think I've paid a couple of girls maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Just because it was like during a dry spell, like during COVID or lockdown or whatever. I'm like, yo, here's 150 quid. Let's do a scene. Let me keep it. for like exclusive content.
Yeah.
But mainly it's content share. It's just where you put, and it's all about marketing. Like obviously you got trainers, you got Nike, Adidas, Reebok, fucking whatever. They're all trainers. They all do the same thing. They're slightly different, but they're not. They're in competition with each other, but they're not really, because there's that many styles. Do you know what I mean? Some girls might be into watching certain guys in porn. Some people might like watching interracial. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sell black man porn, am I? Because I'm not black. But obviously someone like you could. So, do you know what I mean? There's different courses and horses.
Trying to groom you, man.
Yeah, I was getting drawn in as well. I was like, wow, someone like me. Damn, I can
Someone like
finally
you,
be-
who's black, for example, could do interracial. Yeah, but I can't do that. So,
set
do you
up
know
an
what I mean?
agency, and, nudge, nudge, wink, fucking wink.
So you're not really in competition because people like different things.
Yeah.
So it's how you market it and do you know what I mean? How good it is.
Yeah. There's a lot behind
value,
it. Yeah.
Production value.
I mean, it's pretty much like being an independent musician, man. Like, definitely, because you got to keep
we're
the
the same,
going.
you and I.
Yeah, it's deep, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. But yeah, there's loads more to talk about. But yeah, I know you want to wrap it up.
I mean, yeah, man. Now we definitely got to do it again, man. Next time you're in town, bruv, because there's the whole other side that we ain't even touched on in terms of stuff you've learned, since your wake up call. I want to finish on my one of my wake up calls I had, and shout out to Blue Fliggy because he was unknowingly involved. I got the call from him. The what was it? Yeah, the 11th of the 9th, 2001. Working at Darker Than Blue. Which was a website, sort of a hip hop website, like black music website, and they were promoting different artists and events and whatnot. And I got the call from Blue. Blue, he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, Fliggy," I was on lunch. I remember I was on lunch getting a sandwich or whatever. And he's like, "Fliggy, yo," I was like, "Right, what's up, Blue?" He's like, "Right, bruv, a crane just went into the World Trade Center." And I was like, "A crane just went into the World Trade Center?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, man, that's mad, man. And he's like, "Yeah, man, it's fucked up, da, da, da." And then he's like, "Oh, shit, another one just went into it." And then, and I was like, wow, he's talking about a crane going into a building. I was like, okay, whatever, man. Went to get my sandwich, got back to the office, and it was just silent. Everyone just staring at the screen. And then look, and it's like, oh, shit. Like, what? These two planes have just gone into these big buildings. I was like, oh, he meant a plane. No, he said a plane. It's just on the phone, it sounded like crane.
Yeah, because it sounded ridiculous what he said.
Yeah, it's just, mobile phones back then as well. What were we on? 1G, 2G? I don't even know what G we was on, man. Yeah. So I was like, right, that is crazy. And so obviously this thing's gone down. It's a big thing throughout the world, causing mass hysteria. Now it's harder to fly. All these things have gone on. War. And so, where I grew up was I grew up between West Kent, Labra Grove. And around that area, Labra Grove, there's a lot of, North Africans, a lot of Moroccans especially. And in my school as well, Holland Park. And then, so there was a rumor going around that one of the guys we knew, was involved in it in some way. Because obviously, Muslim is the culture. And then we'd already heard about the extremist thing. Certain people might have turned a bit more militant. Kids were getting groomed and things like that, And so they said, people were like, just so you'd hear things here and there. But what it was I think it was in one of the, maybe I shouldn't say the paper's name, but a big newspaper, one of these big ones, like Something of the World, I think it was called. That might make,
Or the moon.
Yeah, something like that. Something of the World, They came out and they had these pictures. It was like a picture of about, 9 of them. And one of them was the guy, and it was like, right, he went to our school.
Serious?
Yeah. And say like, we're going, right, so what, is he, say his name wasn't Hamza, but say his name was Hamza. Right, was Hamza an extremist? Did he really turn militant? No, this and that. And then come to find out, he had to get in touch with him and say like, yo, yeah, that's not me. Like, why you've got my name on, you've got my face on there. Yeah. That's not my name, and I'm here alive. I wasn't in no plane crashing into no building. So from there,
That's cool. That
we
you
were all like, yeah, well, for me especially anyway, I don't know,
yeah,
maybe some other people, yeah, but that was my awakening call, like, yo, what is going on? So is that what they can do? And why would they do that? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so we leave it on that note, I think.
What?
You know, go get that trivial quadrivial, mother lovers. Yeah. We're about to leave you, mother lovers. Thanks for locking in. Shout out to all the crew. Tubbs, Moore One, Alexander Morrison, you're more, and Mr. Green. I
Yeah,
can't
cheers,
remember
guys.
whatever other names either.
I'm getting bigged up. That's good.
Yeah, man.
I hear that's
Luke
good
held
on
it
the
down, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Really appreciate that, man.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
So tight.
Thank you, DNA. Damn
Thank
DNA
you,
holding down the
MysDiggi.
boards. Yeah, man. Felt good. Sorry about the slight hiccup before.
Yeah.
But as you can see, we stepped it up even more, mother lovers. We brought you a porn star up in this bitch. Yeah.
I was a soldier first.
Yeah. Soldier first, you know what I mean? Same thing in a
Next
way, you
time.
know what I mean?
Part 2.
Either way, you getting fucked, you know what I'm saying? So it's all the same thing, baby.
When you absolutely positively have to fuck every motherfucker. in the
Peace
room.
out, man. Yeah, man. Peace, man. We'll see you lot next week, man. Thanks again for tuning in.